Fuck you, Cynthia. You ain't changed a bit, Cynthia. This ain't your place. Fuck you, Cynthia. Piece of shit. And Cynthia, you want to know why I really got no love for you?
I'm over here very booked and busy while you bitches over here are still looking raggedy and not doing shit. Wow. But anyway, I just want to let y'all know I'm not going anywhere. So talk your shit, you shitholes. You can't defeat a bad bitch. You just cannot.
The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by the host of this show are for entertainment purposes only. I repeat, this is not serious, this is not real. I am an untrained professional content creator who is freestyling this show. I do not encourage you to try this at home alone. Enjoy the show.
What up, beautiful people? What's going on? What's going on? My goodness, what a week this has been. Listen, if you're part of the community, you know what's going on. You know, we've all been cruising these streets, going from here to this fire, to that fire, back to this fire. We're choosing sides. Who's it gonna be? Team Flow, Team OTW? Who do you got? In the midst of there, though, there's been some other little fires happening. We're going to talk about those fires tonight. We're definitely going to talk about those fires. Also, just perhaps, I have a special guest for us tonight. Maybe somebody we've never spoken to about this situation. Going to get their views, opinions, their interpretations. That's right. We're going to have some new conversation tonight. But before we get that started, I want to discuss another fire I have going on with a certain gentleman by the name of Tarek. Yes. We're going to talk about receipts, the importance of receipts. But before I do that, it would be rude of me not to welcome the viewers, the audience, the ones that I appreciate showing up tonight. First in the house, are we bashing Moose? I didn't get that at first until I saw that second comment there, Mr. President of the Panelverse, Tommy. Listen, we're not bashing Moose tonight, okay? There will be no Moose bashing tonight. You leave Moose and you leave Bullwinkle alone. There will be no hate in that chat tonight. Does Moose have a wonky eye? Yeah. Did y'all see my thumbnail? I didn't do that. I want y'all to know AI did that. AI did that. I did not. I just merely highlighted that. Katie says, are we bashing Moose Knuckles? Katie. I agree with you, Ashmere. Moose is funny. You know, I tried to get him on the show one day and I almost had him. But then I was rude to Gen X Jeff and he didn't show up. So I blew it. I fumbled the ball, but I would have loved to have Moose. Moose, you want to come on? You always have a special spot here. For one show only, for now. My first hit piece on Cynthia was OTW asking if they're bashing Moose because she came up to bash Moose. No, that was a Synthetic Warrior, Mr. President. You have it wrong. It was Synthetic Warrior. Hey, Cynthia. Well, hello, Fast Eddie. 5555. Wow, I got subbed. What the fuck? Okay. Oh, you got unsubbed? Who unsubbed you? And you better sub right back, please. I need you to be here in the chat. I'm going to let the audience read that. I just feel wrong reading that out loud, but I don't disagree with the statement up there, but y'all going to have to read that for yourselves. She is a loon. She's a something. Well, hello, Yolanda. I hope you're doing well. You're absolutely right, Team Chicas Locas. And in case if you're not aware, Miss Yolanda and I, we have a show every Wednesday night between 8 and 8:30 Central Standard Time, or 6:30 Eastern time. So you guys make sure to check that out. We tune in and talk about conversations, what it's like maneuvering through the panelverse. Tarek is a dumpster fire. Who is you? Joe, you're going to want to stick around for this tonight if you're into this drama, because I'm bringing up a new voice. A new voice is going to be heard. But we got to get through some, I got to get through some personal stuff first. But there will be a new voice. We're going to tap in on this whole situation about everything. Are we going to talk about the pettiness? Listen, I am petty princess in real life, so why wouldn't we do it here? Why wouldn't we do it here? Come on, let's Joe. He's joking. Is Lindsay even hot? Listen, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I would be a hater if I came up here and said, ooh, she's ugly. I don't know if some man thinks she's hot. Obviously, men think she's hot. Men bow down to her in her, well, succubus ways. I think she cast spells on people, and I believe that some people do find her attractive. I, however, don't. I'm not attracted to women, not in any type of way, and I base people off of their attraction by their insides, and she has a pretty ugly inside to me, but to others perhaps not. Alrighty, she must be watching. No, I doubt it. I doubt she is. She's definitely not watching. Alrighty, and did y'all check out Orthodox show this morning? Was another episode of the OTW Flow State drama. Oh, hang on. I don't think she's hot. She's just willing to let them use her. I find it disgusting and unattractive. I'm going to star this comment. We're going to swing back around to this. There's little nuggets you have said in there, and I appreciate that. Huh. Alrighty. So, are you guys familiar with this? I think I have something of here. I think I do. Yes. We're not going to listen to the whole thing. All right. You know what? Let me do this instead. If you haven't hit the like button, please make sure to go ahead and hit that like button. I would appreciate it. Hitting that button is what gets it going in the algorithm. So we want to get these shows out here. We want to have these conversations. And again, I'm going to say it again. I am not here to bash anybody. I am here to tell my interpretation of the situation when it comes to two people tonight I'm going to be discussing. However, I will be discussing the first one solo dolo. My second guest, my co-host for the evening has arrived, and oh my gosh, don't worry about it. First, I'm going to touch on real quick the situation I'm having with another content creator. And if you have not seen it, I have dropped a video earlier today in regards to a gentleman by the name of Tarek. Some of us know Tarek. Most of us dislike him. Some of us do like him, though I question their sanity. But some of us do. Some of us do like him. And if you get a chance, I want you to go check out the video. I'm going to give you guys a little taste of it right now because I want to talk about what he's saying in this video. Let me see real quick. Get it going. Just hang with me super tight in the background. I won't be too long. Make sure to check that video out that I dropped. And in the meantime, Yolanda, I sure am missing you right now, chica. This is a lot. Recently, a content creator by the name of Tarek
has made some pretty horrible accusations against a content creator from Dallas named Big Lack. And down here, we don't take too kindly to that. So if you're going to make these type of accusations, you need to back it up.
From like 25 years ago, and this person right here was involved in a crime 25, 30 years ago, and was a snitch, to my knowledge, from the report I read from his report. Is a friend she defended on her own channel called Big Lack, that was friends with O'Shea, Brian O'Shea, that we know from Paul, went to jail, snitched to get out. And if you want to see what a real receipt is, when I go on StreamYard and I show you the real receipts, I'm going to show you what the public record said about Big Lack, that he was the one that changed his story. You don't understand. When I do my homework, I do my homework. I promise you. This is not how he looked 30 years ago. I'm going to show you a picture on the next stream. I'll make sure to show you the real picture of Big Lack and O'Shea actually taking a picture together. I have more than one to show you how Big Lack looked 30 years ago.
All right, guys, we're going to just leave that there. It's a 4-minute video if you guys want to go check it out. He goes on and on and on with everything he has. He says, I have the receipts. And that's what we're going to start this conversation with off tonight, and that is receipts. Content creators, I'm talking to each and every one of you out there right now. I don't care who you are. I don't care if your team likes Cynthia. I don't care if your team can't stand her. I'm telling you right now, content creators, if you say you have a receipt and you don't drop a receipt, you should be called out for that. Why do you say you have a receipt and never drop it? The chatters want the receipts. We call for the receipts. If you have a receipt, you need to drop it. Drop that receipt. Show it. Prove it. And if you can't do that, you are conniving. You are up there making up stories. And you have no proof. No proof. You're just making up a story. I have a receipt. You're alluding to it. You're promoting it. But you're not showing it. That is a cowardice behavior. A character of a coward or a character of a manipulator. Whatever it is, we need to call it out as a chat community, because you chatters are being deprived of what you are owed. When these people say, I have a receipt, you, the chatter, should recall for it. Bring on the receipts. We want to see the receipts. And if you can't do it and you can't stand in it, Tarek and others like you, because we're going to talk about receipts tonight, and others such as yourself, if you don't have that receipt, don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. I'm calling that out tonight. Don't bring it up. Apparently I'm your husband. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I did. Another thing, if you're gonna stick by somebody, you gotta take their heat too. Mike 23, good to see you. Don't talk shit. That's right. Don't talk shit if you can't back it up. If you can't back it up, that's a lesson you should have learned in elementary school, people. If not middle school, for sure by high school, you should have learned that lesson. If you haven't, we got a problem, Houston. We have a problem. If you do not show, you are talking. If you do show, you are talking truth. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you show receipts, if you claim to have them, you're talking truth. And if you don't show them, you're talking lies and manipulation. Orthodox guy says, show all receipts no matter what. I agree with you. I agree. Don't bring them up if you don't have them, Tarek. This man, Tarek, has been calling somebody from Dallas a snitch, putting that on his record. Says he has the receipt, even says he has pictures. I have pictures. I will show you. He's been screaming that all week long, and not one time has he shown anything. I'm going to show you. Just be patient. Be patient. You're playing a manipulation game, Tarek. And I'm going to expose you. I'm going to put that light on you. So please find that video, share that video out. Let's start calling out people who don't have receipts. Oh, Katie says hit that button. Hit that like button deep. Y'all know my glasses are a little dirty. I be missing a couple words every now and then. My bad. Bro showed the audience how easy it is to fake receipts. I never have, nor will I ever believe what comes out of that. Listen, if you get up there and you make it a habit of making up stories that you don't believe, we as a community from now on need to treat that person as every story they say is non-believable. They are a non-credible person. Let's talk about social credit scores. If content creators get on here and make up lies and stories and gossip, they have poor credit scores on social media. They talking the talk, but they can't walk it. They can't walk it. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. I'm not a medical doctor. I can't confirm that. It is easy to fake, but the story and how you carry yourself will win out. Absolutely. That is so true. And we're going to talk about that a little. Orthodox, I just got to start a folder of all the Orthodox guys' comments because I'm starring them out there. Kirk loves the smile. Bro, what is that? Did you see that? Right. Show love to What's Up, Cynthia. Like and subscribe. Thank you, Mike. I agree with that. Walk the walk and talk the talk, Chris. Oh, man. Mike, don't worry. They call me that too. All right. Chuck. Mr. Chuck in Tennessee, not the Chuck in Florida, not the Chuck in Texas, but the Chuck in Tennessee. You are going to be the subject of tonight's conversation with my mystery guests. You're not going to be a huge part of it, Chuck. Perhaps a minor, but you're used to that. So good to see you. I'm glad you're here, and I hope you hit the like button. And Chuck, I'm going to tell you a little secret, okay? Nobody else listen. Everybody put your fingers in your ears. This is just strictly for Chuck. Chuck, you were right. You were absolutely right when you said OTW used me as the bait dog. Absolutely. And when I realized what was happening, well, shit, I played that hand the best I can. I had no idea I was the bait dog until I was the bait dog. But let's be honest, there was a lot of content that went on. So yes, I agree with you, Chuck. It wasn't Crispy. It wasn't anybody that he used to lure people out. It was me. And is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? I'm not sure how to feel. I just know that a lot of conversation came out of that. And I hope a lot of healing begins with these conversations from this week, whether it be Tarek, whether it be her, whether it be him, whether it be him, whether it be them. So is it bad that I was the bait dog? Are we going to use that in a negative sense? No. It's just the way the games go on the streets of YouTube. But I agree with you on that, Chuck. Another thing that happened this week was Lindsay popped up again. And I think we all know Lindsay. I think we all know her. She's a woman that's been here on the YouTube streets. I'm not sure how many years, to be honest with you. I know she wasn't here when I got here. Yolanda says bait dogs don't catch those fleas. Well, somehow, girl, I caught that flea. Yeah, I caught the flea of Lindsay. And, well, we've just been going at it ever since. Her and I have a past. Oh, Lady KT says at least October 2023. Wow. Dang, that's over a year and a half. Almost 2. Holy. Oh, well. Lindsay, you chose me to be your villain. And as your villain, I feel I have to do these type things. Because if I'm going to be a villain, I'm going to be the best villain you ever had. After all, you chose me, Lindsay. Out of everybody on this metaverse whose phone number to pass out, you chose mine. And you wanted me to be your villain. And that's what I'm going to always be to you, Lindsay. Lindsay dropped a lot of receipts this weekend on Flow State. She accuses him of extorting. Y'all know my English ain't the best. Accused of extorting her. They said, hey, if you don't do what I want you to do, I'm going to pass out your nudes. Lindsay was in fear. She was in fear for her life on YouTube. Not real life. She was in fear. So she had to run to people. She tells us that she took a lot. She was treated badly. That she just was here to help and save people. And somehow she was treated so bad. She was blackmailed. She didn't want to be treated this way. She couldn't stand it. She didn't want Flo, though. She definitely makes that. I didn't want Flo. Regardless of how you feel about that situation, it is obvious, perhaps more so than others, that it was unhealthy. Who's the fault at it? That's to be debated. We could debate that one day, perhaps. Maybe, perhaps even today. I'm not sure. But you see, what this woman was doing is she's running around and she's saying a lot of things about a man, but she is showing no receipts. Just like Tarek, she shows no receipts. She makes a lot of accusations about a man, but she does not show receipts. I can't sit up here and tell you how the situation went because I wasn't involved. Other than the part of her and I having our situation, I wasn't involved. However, if you don't have a receipt, the next best thing you can do is you can call up somebody who was a part of that story. And at this moment, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome to the stage Katie. Hey, chica.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, mic check, coming in.
Check, sound good?
Audience, what do y'all think? Y'all think she's sounding good? Did you write this intro, wing it, or have a handful of highlights you refer to? Stephen David, I think I might delete this.
I haven't got an attitude with anybody except you, Steven. Distance yourself. You cross this line, we're gonna have a problem.
Fuck your line.
Fuck you. Damn, dude. I knew from the very first minute I met you, you were gonna be a fucking problem.
Steven, I'm gonna delete that. Maybe not. It's a good question, though. Absolutely. I thought about it. Definitely thought about it. But you and I know that we go to the school of Provo. And when you watch a master at work, you tend to pick it up here and there. Wait, I thought I was Flo's hoe. Oh, honey. You definitely get caught a hoe. I want you to know. I definitely want you to know you are definitely caught a hoe. All right, Katie. Oh my gosh, girl.
Yeah.
So much. I don't know how Flo does this all day.
What stream? Yeah, I don't know either. He can talk a lot.
I wish Yolanda was here to help me. Hey, that chick on the right side sing or what? No, Joe said once you go
Joe
white.
knows.
Joe says once you go white, you know what's right, and he has never been wrong since that day, have you, Joe? Alrighty. But Joe, we're gonna get serious now. They saying your mic is low.
Oh, is it? I think it's as high as it'll go.
I can hear you pretty good. I'm not sure. You might need to
Switch to the.
No. Ever who said her mic was low might need to
Turn it up.
Yeah, they might need to turn it up. Hang on one second.
I'm working with the phone and headphones.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Do you mind if I send Yolanda, my co-host from our show, if the link?
Oh yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay, good girl. This is a little bit. Shout out to Flow State and all other content creators who do this solo dolo. This is not easy. I am an untrained professional.
I think he only has so long that he can go like solo before he's got to add people in.
Oh, alrighty. Well, while I'm trying to adjust this audio and wait for, I'm automatically adjust my. How am I sounding? And wait for Miss Yolanda to pop up. For those of you, because we do see Katie, Mrs. Flo, a lady KT in the audience, but for those of you perhaps who aren't aware of the relationship of you and Flo and how far back it goes, do you mind telling us a little bit about y'all's past? I'm gonna step away just for a quick second.
Okay. Let's see. I met him. I don't know how far do you want to go. I met him. I think it was 2012 or 2013. I think it was 2012. At a park, and we became friends and started seeing each other after that. I think we were seeing each other for about 5 years. Is about the time his house got raided, and I went to Los Angeles and then spent a couple months there with, funny enough, the whole group online. It's kind of similar to this. We did a lot. Well, I don't know. It was based on the MBTI community, TWFP, talking with famous people. I was going to say it was a lot less recording, but then there for like a little while, he recorded the room 24/7. He had 2 rooms that were recorded 24/7. I don't think either one of those channels exists now. But it was kind of like this before anybody else was doing this, really. Anyways, they're the ones who had my back, and I stayed with like the host at TWFP, and then with another person in New Mexico for about 5 to 7 months until Taylor got all his stuff taken care of, or Dusty, however you want to put it. Flow State. Yep. And then we moved after that. We moved to Kansas City. He worked concrete, construction, whatever, and then got into this, which he's always been kind of a person online. But, God, I just remember hearing him talk to, like, at the time, I think it was Jack and them, because it was like crazy vegetarians. Or at least that was the topic. It was like, what in the world? And that's kind of where that part kicked off, I think. And then what was it? It was about, how long has he been streaming for now? Like, mostly streaming. A year?
No, it's definitely been over a year. It's been more like 3.
Yeah, I mean, exclusively streaming, where he wasn't doing like construction stuff on the side.
I think it was January 26th would have been 1 year. So what are we? So almost a year and a half, because I had made a note about it in my notebooks. So I'm glad you came up here. Thank you for coming up here, Yolanda. I wish I would have given you the key so you could have worked the comments before, but we got to work that out one day soon, chica.
Hello, Lady Flo. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Oh, y'all have never met?
No, I don't think so.
Well, this is Yolanda. Yolanda and I met on, I wouldn't say Paul's or OTW's or Jack's. We met over there. And, well, we've had an issue before, but somehow now we've come together and are creating something wonderful.
You having issues with someone, Cynthia? I wouldn't ever think that.
Well, I don't know what to say about that. I don't know if I'm flattered or offended. I'm gonna take it as a little bit of both.
That'll work.
Thank you. So, of course, you're familiar with Lindsay, like many others are, right?
Who? Yolanda or me?
You. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, me. I was like, I have no idea. Is she familiar with you? Yeah, that's I suppose the next part we get to. Yeah, I'm familiar with Lindsay.
So,
And I don't like her.
oh, well, I can see why.
Okay, so this is what we need to hear. Get your perspective on all of this.
That's definitely what we want to need to hear. She's been saying a lot of things about flow state, and she's also alluded to some things about you, and you've never come out and said anything. And so tonight I wanted to give you a platform and an opportunity to convey what this experience has been like for you personally, and how these words that we say and these accusations that people make online, how they affect those around the people that you're accusing stuff of. She's made horrible accusations against flow state.
Yeah, those are probably the more frustrating ones, in my opinion. She twists things into, well, lies. That or she just tells straight lies. Personally, I think she's borderline personality disorder. I am not a doctor of any kind, but that would be my diagnosis, with some other issues. A wonky eye.
Did y'all see? Okay. Now, when she came around, was she nice? Was she someone that was nice to you? Did y'all?
Oh, she was overtly nice to me at first. Or she's always mostly been nice to me, to my face.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's always, which is more of a red flag than anything else. And also some of her questions at first, like, what was it? One of her, like, how do you deal with all these women? Don't you get jealous?
Oh yeah.
Like, first of all, I was like, fuck, how many women are there? Like, I didn't really, it was like, I don't see women just, I mean, it's all online. It's not like people are here falling at his feet or anything. So,
Well, she definitely makes it seem like they have a special connection.
No. In her mind. Okay.
She tended, from my experience with her, she tended to be very jealous of any female that was close to flow state, excluding you, however, because you are in his real life. However, online, she always somehow had an issue with other women. Is this something you noticed?
Yes. The most recent one was Snow's foot.
What?
I don't know if, did you see that?
No.
Oh, they were talking about tattoos, I think, and Snow was in the bath and she just flashed her foot up on the side of the bathtub.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember what Lindsay said, but she came a little bit unhinged or glitched. That's how I like to put. She like glitches out. And then Tarek, I think, started talking some trash too.
And so,
oh wait, what did she say? She said, Dusty, do you know what she said? She said something like, I don't know, like, glad that Lady Katie's not the jealous type or something like that. It's like, it's a tattoo on her foot.
Wait a minute. She showed her foot while she was in the bath?
Yeah.
Oh.
Snow
No,
did. No,
Snow did.
Snow.
Okay.
Not Lindsay.
Oh,
Not
okay.
Lindsay. It was Snow that showed her foot. So what else has there
Well,
been?
how
I'm pretty sure she was jealous of Crispy because Crispy started coming up all the time. Not that I want to drag Crispy into anything here, but because that was a fucking god awful mess. It just seems like any Barbie, the way she spurred on Barbie,
Oh yeah, Barbie.
just
Well,
anybody who is attractive, that especially that, or she just spurred on any women that came on there, really, eventually, except for me.
mhm. She's claimed that she's been treated badly and she's taken a lot from Flow State. Did you did you did you feel like, did you ever be like, hey Flo, back off at Lindsay, you're being too rough on her? Did you, from your point of view, was Flo being treating her bad? And
No, probably my only warnings is she's nuts.
I don't know. Oh, that's what she said. Most women would be jealous of a foot. Oh, okay.
I don't know how you do it, Mrs. Flo. Most women would be jealous. Yeah, those are.
Now, did you get a chance to see her on, she came up twice on OTW's. What? Hang on, I'm see, Cynthia, can you cam on and show the physical roll it? No, I can't. I don't know what you're talking about, Stephen David. And I'm glad I didn't delete that clip, Stephen David. I knew I should never delete it. Stephen, you messed me up right now. Oh, did you see her when she came on OTW's?
I saw, yeah, I had to go back and review it. I did make a short of a small portion of it, but not the portion where she starts. It was, I made a short about the artistic nudes.
Did you see the first time she came up? Because she did come up and she did tell her story. And did you get an opportunity to see that?
Yeah, probably. I don't even remember what her story is. Well, first of all, I feel like she's told her story a few different places. I'm like, she's just going around and shitting in the water and wanting everybody to drink it.
Oh.
That's my opinion.
Oh.
Are you gonna play it?
I was gonna play some clips of it. If we could just go through, and I would want you to clarify some of the things that she had to say, because again, she's portrayed your husband in a negative way, in a very deceitful and manipulative way, which I personally, from experience of being over there, and also the recipient of her ways, I just wanted people to hear what you have to say and what your thoughts are. And before
we can go through it. Here's what I will say. This is what happened is there was the Mike 23, there was a money thing. She got booted off. She actually didn't get kicked by Dusty first. Well, I don't know if I was Snow kicked her. I was about to kick her. So I thank Snow for that. But then he, blocked her from the channel. And everything that I've seen, it was let me back in the room and basically like in the chat, or else.
Or else what?
This.
Oh,
I'm going to expose you. It's like she's trying to say that he blackmailed her, but basically she was blackmailing him or being manipulative. That's the way but she has no fucking receipts of anything.
First of all, where is OTW's soundboard? Dun, 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 dun. So wait a minute. So she was saying, if you do not let me back into the room, the chat.
I mean, not directly like that, but that is what she wanted. Right. So for her to sit here and say, like, oh, I left because he's a bad person, blah, blah, blah. She absolutely
Mhm.
did not. What she wanted was back on panel and in chat. That is what she wanted. And when she didn't get what she wanted, she threw a little bitch fit like she's doing right now, going all over the internet, doing exactly what she did last time. And now she's not even on the roster. Nobody can buy her back. She's gone. Fuck you. I
Before
hope she
we
sees that shit.
be- before we start the video, do you have any questions or anything to add, Yolanda?
I mean, I think that one thing that I've observed about her behavior since I've seen her come into the scene of things is the hypersexualization of the personality that she portrays. And then I also acknowledge and see that there's a lot of that goes on in this panelverse stuff. But it seems to me like the play of when she revealed herself to you, Cynthia,
Mm-hmm.
on that one stream.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about it, and she did that after you were calling her out on her bullshit, right? You were being
Right.
strong in your approach. You were being direct with what you had to say. And when she didn't like that you wouldn't back down, she flashed you, right? And then she even flashed you even more, right? After you guys cut the stream.
Yes, she did
She
pull.
almost bent over and
Yeah,
showed
she
us her
did pull
butthole,
her
but
pants down.
yeah, she.
So
Okay, so to me, that is almost similar to what I saw happened over recently with OTW, is that if you don't listen to me and you don't back down, that's where you're talking about the manipulation, right? So she tried to flash you so that you would back down to her because of her hypersexualization, when in actuality all she did was look ridiculous, that she was the weaker person for having to do that, in my opinion anyways.
What is hypersexualization? Do you think you're gonna get on top of things by showing your tits? Like,
Well, it's always that I've noticed, like it that's always in the conversation. Oh, you're so cute. You're
I'm
so
so
this.
cute. I'm better looking.
Yeah, I'm cute. I've got a better body. You know, it goes on and on. I'm not even really direct. I've only tried to go on a panel with her once to have a conversation with her at the end of a stream, and it didn't last for very long. And immediately her response was, I don't know you. I don't want to have this conversation with you. You don't know me. Well, actually, we're on a public platform, and I've been watching how you maneuver around here, so I'm going to have an opinion about it. But it's just interesting to see how certain personalities around here always love to use that hypersexualization. She's not the only one, but to me, it's not a strength; it's a weakness, in my opinion.
Michael says hypersexualization is usually a byproduct of a manic cycle from bipolar disorder. Mania cycle from bipolar disorder. It was interesting. Somebody brought up in the chat the other day that she was something like that, Michael, but split, like something split. And we looked it up and it was a form of that, but they either saw as everything good or everything bad. And when I look at Lindsay and my experience with her, to me, from the beginning, it looked like it was a woman who just used her sexuality and was hanging on to it, her body, her physical, her appearance, what she could do for men, and she didn't value her inside. And so I thought, well, this, if we just, it can be changed, but now I'm starting to realize this might run deeper, especially when it came out that she was 53 years old. I'm referring to borderline splitting. Yeah, that's exactly what
is that like borderline personality disorder, except with a split?
Well,
I
they
have to
split
look that
off.
up.
Well, we could do that right.
That almost sounds like a cross between borderline personality disorder and DID, multiple, except multiple personality disorders, like really bad.
Well,
I don't think she has that.
each meltdown that I've seen her, which ones I've seen, it's always about the sexual thing. That's what she goes right back to. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman.
Yeah, well, that's even what, like, she said first as to why she got kicked off or blocked from Dusty. She says it's because I wouldn't send him nudes. I denied him 3 times. Like, no, it's because you were trying to get Mike to not spend money on the like,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, that's why she got booted.
She was saving Mike though. She was helping and save Mike, is what she was saying.
Yeah, well, Mike's been around and Mike's said that he was fine. I mean, you've heard Mike come up, right?
So according to the Google, splitting behavior is a coping mechanism often employed by individuals with borderline personality disorders. It involves characterizing people, objects, beliefs, or situations as either all good or all bad. Symptoms of splitting.
Shout out to my mom. No.
Symptoms of splitting BPD include acting out, denial of reality, projecting emotions onto others, and feeling superior. BPD individuals struggle to integrate both positive and negative self and other images. The end.
Do they have a thing with hypersexuality?
No, they didn't say anything about hypersexuality. So that's what I'm like. I don't want to sit up here and be like, ha, we've diagnosed Lindsay. This is what she is. I'm just saying, when I first originally saw it, I just saw it as a woman who was insecure, who only had her body, who only felt that her body was all that she had to offer men. And she would she would run over anybody to get the attention of a man. And now I'm starting to realize it may be something more. And if it is it okay that you still run around and make these accusations and not show receipts? This is where it gets into the gray territory of like, I'm sorry, you're that.
I mean, I don't find that gray. If somebody, I mean, I know there's like, okay, if she needs help, like if she's got a mental disorder, then go get your help. Like that's between you and your therapist and all your medication that maybe you need to take. That's not for the rest of the world. If you can't go around making harming people's lives.
Do you feel like
you don't get a pass for that because you have a disorder? Fix it.
I absolutely agree.
Or unfortunately, you're going to be alone.
I don't know about you two, but this kind of reminds me, and I know this is a little bit exaggerating, but watching the beginning stages of the movie Fatal Attraction. You remember how she was towards him?
Yes.
And then as soon as it was a no, then the slander, then the manipulation, and, the rest is...
Yeah, have I seen Fatal Attraction? It's been a long time.
I mean, it's an extreme example, but I'm just saying in terms of watching a personality fall apart when they are hypersexualized and using that to get what they want. And then when they're told no, then watching that split of the personality, and then the rest is history. Just curious.
Are we rewarding
that
behavior? Like sometimes I feel like when people are like, oh, I think Lindsay's so sweet. Oh, I think she's so beautiful. I just absolutely love her. Does this encourage this type of behavior? And I mean, is it up to the chatters to tell her about herself?
Well, I mean, I don't know how young that she thought everybody thought she was, but probably not 53, but what did she have? She had that one painting up that she got like glitched out, It was a piece of artwork, but it was realistic kind of looking, and it looked like maybe it was a younger Lindsay. So Lauren asked, like, is that you when you were younger? And then Lauren left for a little bit, and Lindsay was, oh gosh, what was she saying in the comment? She was like coming directly at Lauren that she needed to know something, but she wouldn't say what the heck it was, because she said, sorry, Mrs. Flo or Lady Katie, this is between me and Lauren. I was like, fine. But she ended up, when Lauren did come back, it was like, was that like were you basically like jabbing me or insulting me by saying that was a younger me? Like taking it as in she's old. It's like, no, not. It just looked like you kind of in a younger you. Like, I don't know what other, but she calmed down after that.
Somebody asked if she was going to be here. She said no, that she never watches my show. She's never going to watch a show about her. So I seriously doubt she would show up here. However, I am sure.
Well, let's be honest here. The three of us are not, we're not really bashing. We're observing the behavior, right? That's what we're trying to break down the timeline, try to understand what the behavior is. There's no real damage being done here. But like, if she really was using being online as a mirror and improvement, it really would be good for her to participate in a conversation to resolve at whatever what is this shit that she's doing online, these games of manipulation. That's constantly what I see.
I don't think she knows she's manipulating. She does see herself as a victim.
Good point. Good point. Yeah.
So, I mean, if she can get to the point where it's like, that's where, like, go take it up with your therapist or something, because it was beyond my pay.
Victim? Is she a victim of flow state? Because tell her he was so abusive to her. The way he treated her, not only treated her, the way he treats Chuck. I mean, is she a victim?
No.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. How does the person become a victim when they show themselves and reveal themselves and send them to another woman's husband? How does that make her the victim here?
And that's the way she came in. She didn't come in as a friend. She came in as a hoe.
What? What do you mean by that?
I mean, she started off with, here's my body. That's how she started off.
Oh. So she just walked into it being like, hi, here's my business card. And here's the goods I have to offer.
Yep.
So, but she says that flows. Well, anyways, have you seen this?
I know she insinuates like a deep relationship or whatever, or that friends don't do this to each other, or friends don't do that. It's like, I don't know what in the world you expected when you walked in as a hoe, and you know that you walked in as a hoe. She knows. So I don't know what else she would expect at the end.
Ashma says this is sadly typical of BPD. In the 50s, Alexandria, like, I'm struggling with this right now. I'm struggling with this because, I mean, if she can't help it, she can't help it. And I can't be mad at her if she can't help it. I mean, and I'm only speaking
can't help what?
Well,
any mental disorder is all you've got to do is recognize it and start working on it. I mean, people with like all sorts of disorders manage to live. People with schizophrenia manage to live semi-normal lives. Now, if she was schizophrenic, that would be a different thing. She's not schizophrenic.
Well, even if you guys clipped every time that she had a meltdown, that would be the mirror, right? To show what pushed her to behave the way that she did each time, and watch, like Michael says, what did he say? What happens is the person gets triggered and goes back to the past memories of unresolved betrayal from their youth, and then splits because the brain can't differentiate the past and the present. And I kind of could hear her doing that when Flo and her were going back and forth the other day. He would come out with a fact and she would, well, and then come out with slander. So this kind of makes sense to me. But then again, we're not professionals here, but it is interesting to learn about all of the different disorders in the personality.
Yeah. I mean, I guess then you should decide that there's not someone you should mess with. I mean,
Well,
at least for him. I mean, she should have a friend.
that was another thing, she was like, and then I just wanted to be there after my father passed. These were the people that I was there. And of course, I'm going to think about, is this even a true story? Is this a power play? But then, as Beck says, hey, I treat everything that is said on the internet like it's true, but I believe none of it. But I'm going to treat it like it's true. So I'm going to treat her story like, yes, her father passed away and she needed somebody. And then I thought, well, that's pretty sad if you have nobody to turn to but people on the internet. So I'm just conflicted by everything. We can either review a little bit of this and kind of discuss how that made you feel, because there were times she brought your name up. Mrs. Flo knows about everything. Hang on.
Yeah, let's bring it up.
Okay. Freedom Grower, you coming up there with your hat. I mean, I know you're a trickster and on, you get on my nerves, but I want you to know, it's like, how did you just have that hat ready to go? And you were definitely making sure it was the star of your little square. And I want you to know, I appreciated that. If nobody else did, I did. All righty, ladies and gentlemen.
I was going to say one
ahead.
thing real quick. What's this?
Sure.
Ahamasa says, think she said she was in therapy at one point, so she tried to be more sociable in chat, but I don't think liked Flo after the first blow up, just like his chatters was interesting to moderate. What?
Hang on. I was actually
Why did I think that?
For the people down in the audience real quick. I posted a YouTube channel of OTWs. This is actually the video that we will be reviewing. However, OTW has strategically placed it against a behind a paywall. So if you want to go and watch the video, you will have to subscribe to OTW and to become a member to watch the whole entire video. Flow State, I think that was something he took from you. So you can't be mad at him for learning his lesson. All right, there's the comment. Is that the comment, Katie?
Yeah. I guess I didn't.
But I didn't think.
But I don't think liked Flo that she liked Flo after the first blow up. Is that what she means?
But I
just
don't
like
think
this chatters was interested to moderate. I don't believe that at all.
She
well,
she did have it. That's
because she did send more nudes. So
she's
okay.
I mean,
so
I can't receipt that. So, but
that's really interesting. You said she sent even more nudes after that.
At least once.
Okay, so this is what's really interesting to me is watching these men white knight for her, and point the finger back at Flo for, putting her out there when everything it's her responsibility. It all lays on her shoulders. And she did mention that she learned a lesson, that she was stupid and she shouldn't have done it. But now you've got these other content creators still trying to white knight off of the nonsense when they're not really doing anything to help her. If anything, they're gaining the attention on themselves. And it's just become such a shit show to watch.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
It's definitely something to watch, and it's also something to learn from, and just to try to understand. On the internet, you meet a different type of personalities. There's a plethora of different personalities that are on the internet, and this is just an opportunity for us to engage in conversations and just kind of understand people a little bit more.
I agree with you, but what's really pathetic is any of those men that thought that they were protecting her, because they all used her, every single one of them. They all made content off of her, and her name was in their mouth over and over again, but nobody really protected her if that's what they thought that they were doing. It's just ridiculous.
Says exactly. She said she didn't like him, but most don't know she sent him more nudes. So glad you're sharing that, KT.
I don't know if I was supposed to or not, but I mean, I can't provide that receipt. That's like, so.
Well, she does. She does, make it that Flo would somehow get her locked in behind stage. Like in the Hank always says, just hit the red X. That's all you have to do is hit that X.
She's never been locked in
but she's been
or
behind stage. She was trapped. Flow State cornered her in the corner of the metaverse. And
no, I bet you it would be more the opposite.
Well, it was interesting to hear her talk about when they brought up the location of the photos and how she turned and manipulated that around about what a scumbag Flo was and that he was a criminal and all that stuff.
Autistic nudes. Alrighty. Freedom Grower was asking for the link, but something tells me that might be
oh my
for a hat.
I don't know who that is.
Dick, the tea drinker.
Nope.
What? The connoisseur of teas. If you ever want to know about tea, go talk to Dick.
You know how much I don't watch a lot of this stuff.
Very smart, Katie. You're very smart.
Well, between the amount of time that I watch Dusty Flow State, he's got so many damn names now. Yeah, I have like other stuff I have to do. I've got teenagers and food that I have to cook, and
you don't seem real bothered by this either. It doesn't seem like
how do you stand strong? I mean, we've all heard the story about how Katie is Bonnie to Clyde, Flow State Clyde. So y'all's relationship seems way stronger than most. How were you able to stay so neutral in this? Because when that whole debate, when Tarek and I got into it, and in Flow State's chat, you were on the side of Lindsay. Like, how did you stay so calm through it all?
Wait, during what?
Remember when Tarek and I got in a fight and Flow State got mad?
Well, first of all,
I was too mean.
Really confused. It was really confusing. Because you were talking about Lindsay, and then Lindsay was talking, I think, to Tarek, but it looked like you guys were fighting with each other, but you couldn't see each other, could you?
Right. I have her.
Yeah. I didn't know that. You guys looked like the two of you were feuding, and then the stuff that you were saying, it just like, for me at that moment is like, okay, this has to stop now. And then we'll figure it out later.
Right.
But it looked like it was the two of you. So it was just a more confusion, I think.
I was just going to say,
I guess I did stick up for her. I mean, I am a lot of these women online. I may be your friend, not you. I am your friend, Cynthia. But I'm talking about, like Lindsay, which I'm not her friend anymore. Or I wouldn't be her friend, really, I don't think. But she will never be mine.
Right. And I was just going to point out that
I don't bother people until I am bothered. And then I take it too far. But I'm a firm believer in you should have just left me alone in the first place.
So that was part of that night. That was, I felt poked by Tarek, who was doing his usual strategy, and I took it too far, I guess. All right. Well, I definitely don't want to bring up anybody because I feel like they would throw off our discourse right now. So, but I do want to watch a little bit of this video. I have some timestamps pulled out if there's anything y'all want to see. This is an hour segment. Again, I have dropped in the chat the link to where you can find the original video at OTW News. However, it is behind a paywall, and you will have to join his membership to see the second interaction, the interaction between Flow State and Lindsay. So you can also view that at
the part where she says stuff about me.
Yeah, the part where she says stuff about you is not the part we're going to review.
Why?
Oh, okay. Well, shoot. Y'all talk amongst yourselves and let me go get that little part ready. Because
I'm here. Might as well.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that what most people want to see?
My.
Well, I was trying to have the conversations, but hey, let me see, because he does have it on a paywall. I am a member.
I have it screen recorded. I know that. Did I download it?
I have it too. Let me go. Oh, I'm not on the level high enough to view it.
Flo would call you cheapskate.
What? I don't. Alrighty. I have it. Oh, we can just watch it off of Flo's, right?
I think so. I didn't catch it on his the other day. I watched most of his. He said it's there. I think it's at the very beginning. Flo.
Yeah, he has it. I know he does. All right, give me a second. Talk amongst yourselves, ladies, and make sure to hit that like button, chatters.
Yeah. What part of the video are you guys looking for?
Are we looking for the part where she calls me? Yes. She calls me fat and masculine and yeah, where she's gonna expose him.
Where? All right. Got it here. Bada boom. Bada bang. Yeah, there was some more behavior going on to be true. At some point I was like, I think that this could be mediated. I really do, guys. I think we could come to a resolution with Flow State and OTW, and now I'm thinking, I don't think so, guys. I'm not sure.
These guys have been at it for 3+ years now. This is what they do.
Really?
I've never seen them be any different.
Oh my gosh, y'all! Because
they drag the shit out of each other. They rough each other up a little bit here and there, and they move on. And otherwise, people wouldn't have things to watch.
Okay, alrighty. All right, we are now watching Flow States. The Powdered Dusties, and he came in. So she had already come up before we had a conversation. She's told her story. I have now accused her of manipulating the story. She's poisoning the water. She's telling the story to make herself look like the victim when she is not the victim. She is the perpetrator. She has now come back to defend herself again, and in the midst of it, Flow State has popped up as well. So,
all right, welcome. That someone basically being mistreated, and then they come back.
You've seen it before, though, right?
Mark. What was that?
You've seen it, though, right?
Let me find
a lot of times. You've seen a lot of people do that throughout your life.
Are you asking me my personal life?
Your personal experience. You have seen a lot of people who go back to abusive situations
over and over and over and over again, right?
Yeah.
Denzi, and keep in mind that this is an issue that's being played out. Like, for instance, we're a group that probably should not be.
I'll press charges against him.
Hey, I'm moving it. So
with the 1500.
And furthermore, it wasn't out of character for him.
Oh.
All
right.
Yeah.
I'm getting.
Thank you. You know, I think.
I really don't know what else.
Sorry.
Well,
little moving.
do you want to
hear do you want to review it? Do you? I mean, it's the same loop.
I would prefer to deal with the highlights as efficiently as possible and not give this unnecessary oxygen.
Oh.
It seems like this is sort of petering out over there, and they're just sort of dragging on right now. Ezra's up here giving book recommendations. Joseph is in here speculating. He hasn't known any of, he's completely new to this thing. So.
Well, Mike did come up there, try to explain to Lindsay, and then her and him went back and forth. If you had to watch one interaction, I would start with the second one. The second one's not that long. Okay. You came up halfway through it too. The first part, we've already seen it. She didn't like being corrected by me. She's glad.
No.
All right.
Okay, there's Mike.
Yeah. Ooh, that's different. I mean, that's probably harder.
But it makes a fucking awesome drawing though.
Oh, I'm sure it does. Yeah, I wish I could draw. I can't. So Mike was up there telling the same thing he said on your stream. And then he was like, I don't know, what's going on with Liz. In case you're kind of confused, this is Flow State and I watching a review of the live that Lindsay's about to pop up on and talk bad about Katie. I was just kind of getting through the boring parts to get us there. So Lindsay, and I think that's what triggered her to come up, was the conversation Mike was having about her.
Okay.
Erase it and do it over again.
Oh my God.
What happened?
Up and show some.
So I just want to clarify that I do it because I can and I want to. It's not something where I got drunk or I with all due respect, I don't have a problem with Lindsay. She knows that. I don't know her per se. That's another person. I just know her in the on the chat. It's not like she calls me or we ever hanged out or I don't know her.
Hey, Mike, yeah. I'm OTW, right? I'm the host of the broadcast here at the OTW Live channel on YouTube, right? Just to set the record straight, just to make sure that you understand, I have never been jealous or hated on Flow State, none whatsoever, for him making. Oh my God.
Right? Yeah.
What?
Okay, so I don't think he doesn't recognize who Mike is. He thinks Mike's just coming up because we're talking. She's over there like we're just talking, and so he doesn't realize who Mike is. He'll figure it out in a minute, though. So he's just on the defensive about you. I think we were talking about it earlier.
Pocket watch. No.
Mike was like, well, there's her. He's really just doing you. I poisoned you, right? She is up here poisoning you. Every player, that Mike guy, Chuck, everybody's come and told the truth, but she's here today still poisoning y'all. And that's what I kept saying. So Mike came up to piggyback off of my stance.
If he was guilty in any way.
Katie. She's saying, she said a lot of stories about that night with Mike donating that money and that he was drunk. And at one point you even asked him, are you good for the money? Do you remember asking him that?
I said, are you good for it, Mike?
Mm-hmm. Which I just want to point out, like, super chats are already taken at that time. I'm just pointing out to the audience. So if I got drunk and super chatted, I couldn't unsuper chat the next day. I couldn't be like, oh my God, I made a mistake. Like, it's gone.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much that question was asked. He said in a joking way, like, haha, no. And I mean, if you want to go back and find the whatever.
Yeah.
You can. That's when we booted Lindsay and then carried on a conversation with Mike. And Mike stayed the whole night. Mike was the last person to leave, and Mike didn't actually sound the least bit drunk when he left that night. Like, he was on after the show and talked to Flo for a minute. So,
Okay.
and he donated more after that, and he didn't donate the whole $1,500.
Right. Cynthia is wrong. You can go back, charge things, change things. It's also how people try to weaponize super chats. They can? You can do that? I can unsuper chat?
I did not know that.
I did not know that. Well,
Now you know.
thank you, Stephen David. I'm not going to play your clip, your special clip, but I want to.
I think you should. It's
You're
such a
right.
cool clip.
Okay. You're right. Where did Stephen go?
I haven't got an attitude with anybody except you, Steven. Distance yourself. You cross this line, we're gonna have a problem.
Fuck your line.
Fuck you. Damn, dude. I knew from the fucking very first fucking minute I met you, you were gonna be a fucking problem. I haven't got an attitude.
Steven? I don't know why. All right, let's get back to this. I'm trying to get us there to that point. Just work with me, guys.
Are you looking for her avatar up there? When
Yeah,
she
it's
pops
gonna
up?
be. See, this is us reviewing. So
Yeah,
like,
I would skip along and look for her avatar.
Yeah,
to
just
pop
look for her
up.
avatar.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Hey,
She's in
but
like
I
little
just-
shorts.
that's
in it.
crazy. Okay, hang on. If that's like, bitch, that's a. And that's why everybody's coming up to
Cynthia, you
there
know,
she
thank,
see.
but I was
This is why I
fair,
hate
it's
doing
just-
this because it's us
you know.
reviewing that.
I think you sent in 2 more hundred, like right off. Sorry and submissive. She wasn't coming back at all.
I would have like I see. Oh,
I
Go
think
ahead.
that's.
I've been calling for years. The sort of snake that
About that. I'm on the
I mean,
all right, Katie. What do you have?
You mean video wise?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Do you have anything you can share?
let me see.
I know. I just
might
wanna-
have to. I might have to get onto my phone, which means I might have to go off and then come back. I'm trying to see if here on the computer, if I download it and I just haven't done anything with it yet.
Right. Because Flo and I are talking over his.
Yeah, it is kind of confusing.
Right. I know I have it, but I didn't clip it and put it up for us to watch. Okay, guys. Now, hang on a second. Just hold tight. Y'all talk amongst yourselves again. Talk amongst the chat.
Okay. I can't see the chat right now.
Well, because the original is at OTW's, right? And he
Right.
didn't. And it's
He
in
put it on a paywall. And because somebody
clever little OTW.
because somebody's been teaching him that he should put stuff behind the paywalls more. We're looky there.
I'm telling
Thank
you,
you,
these
Dusty.
guys we hustling. Everybody's hustling.
Hang on.
Oh,
What is
my
like? I think
computer
it's
just
like.
crashed.
Did he put this behind the $99 paywall?
I don't know, but now
Oh
that
my
you know,
gosh.
Cynthia, you're gonna have to do those recordings of the video when they're in that live.
Well, no,
So you
I
have your
have
own
the,
little
I
clip.
have the whole entire video. It's just I only clipped out this part and uploaded it. Let me see something. And he does have it at the 99. He does have it at the $100 membership. And guys, I gotta be honest with y'all. I don't think I can join the $100 membership for OTW. So I do have it in my Dropbox. But I don't know if I could ever. Hang on. Can y'all? Are y'all still here?
Yes, ma'am. In the meantime, you guys make sure you hit that like
Right.
and subscribe. as we are here just trying to figure out where this clip is at to play it.
See,
wow, another case of no receipts. I know you guys better find that shit. You better find
Stop
that
it.
shit. Well, you're usually so prepared.
Yeah,
That's
but
okay.
this was kind of a alrighty. No, that's what is this? See, I have it in my Dropbox, but I don't know how to show y'all Dropbox. Like it. Oh, hang on.
Do you know how to share your screen?
Yeah, I
Your
am.
full computer screen, if you wanted to do it that way.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. See, here's the thing about showing y'all. What do y'all see? See, you just see my Lindsay clip, my Lindsay folder. Stephen David, this would be my electronic Rolodex. Not everybody, but there are people in my Dropbox that have folders. So can you see?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got it.
This ain't normal.
So this is definitely.
Hold on. I'm uploading it right now.
All victim, yet
Here
keep
we
it
got it.
going.
Oh, did you find it?
Yeah, it's in my Dropbox.
Good deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pissed off that I'm actually sending money.
Haha, Chuck, we got it.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
To
All right. She's just come back in.
Serious. I'm like, no, this is a joke. And so she was like, oh, okay. So it wasn't like she
This
was
is
questioning
him.
the spending. She was basically questioning the
hold
vacation.
on a minute. She did. I thought he was
This is where.
that she
Okay.
said that she wanted him to stop because she felt he was drunk. That's all.
Oh, do you know LCJC family?
I'm not I'm not
Do I know
really a
who?
social media person, to be honest with you. I do follow a couple of people.
LCJC.
Sounds familiar.
Okay. All right.
I'm not really a social media person, to be honest with you. I do follow a couple of people. I don't, obviously you guys don't know me. I don't know you. I'm just meeting everyone. So there's a few things I want to clarify. The one thing is that, and obviously, sorry, what's her name? Cynthia, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Cynthia was the one that clarified everything. Thank you for clarifying it.
Thank you.
You know, I think I don't know. I don't know. Like, I get it that it comes with the territory. There's always going to be people that are going to dislike, and I know that basically there is the same thing with me. Probably I gotten a lot of feedbacks too about, you know, people getting pissed off that I'm actually sending money to Flow. So I just want to clarify that I do it because I can and I want to. It's not something.
Yeah. I'm OTW, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure where you stand.
Yeah.
The rails.
Right.
Just for the audience.
Any of you guys or know anything about it? What I heard her say was she was trying to stop you because she felt you were drunk. You're clarifying.
Yeah. Here we go.
How does that, like, day we still continue talking after, like, off the record, and the next following day I kept sending more money? How does that, like? It wasn't like I called it.
I hear you. You're saying that you did it voluntarily, and
Everybody
Cynthia's saying that she's
strong.
giving a different narrative. As somebody that doesn't know any of you guys or know anything about it, what I heard her say was she was trying to stop you because she felt you were drunk. You're clarifying now that you weren't, and you gave money the next day.
No,
so this should be done.
Lena,
You did it on your
and
own.
I'm on. Hang on, Lena.
And you're
But
good
this
to
is. But he's already clarified the story, Lena. The story's been clarified a couple of weeks ago, and she's still telling the same story in manipulation form. I don't have it's the manipulation and the way she's telling it.
Right.
All right, guys.
And the
I'm
fact
gonna,
is that
oh, wait.
whether
I'm gonna pause this 2 seconds for this.
Vinci comes.
This ain't TikTok fluff or Netflix noise. This is raw truth. No filters, no toys. While they play games, we bring the facts. I'm the voice in the void, and I'm spitting straight cracks. Lights on, mic hot, war of the wise. So hit that tip jar, no alibis. If you watch it for free, you're riding the wave. But real ones pay when the stream gets paid. Hit and drop that coin, don't just learn. Freeloaders, get off my turf. OTW, he do the work. So pay up now or get buried in the dirt.
All right. Let's welcome Lindsay back to the broadcast.
Finally.
All right, I'll do it myself.
Hey, Lindsay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, am I coming through clearly? You can hear me? Test.
Yeah, coming in.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was kind of surprised. I'm on the phone having an hour conversation with somebody. I take a shower. I'm thinking about what to make for dinner. And this lady is
What?
still talking about me.
You can't hear you.
This is absolutely that fascinating. For God's sakes, please listen to how it went down for clarity. It is a little bit confusing because I got the mics confused. Mike 2023 and Mike, other people know him. He's often in Generation Jeff, his ex-Jeff or whatever, his room. This the Mike I'm talking about. I don't, Cerrone or something his last name is. Okay, I started being friends with Mike Cerrone, and I would always get these two confused because they both come into the room. And so when I said I was standing up for a friend, I thought it was Mike Cerrone. This was Mike 23. He and I are also on friendly terms, but we're not close. So there's a little mishap there. What happened was I mentioned, I said something like, "Are you sure you haven't had a little bourbon?" or something like that in chat. You cannot hear it. It's written in chat. And Mike 23 answered back, "How did you know?" Because he kept donating, 300,
You want to pause
400,
this for a
it's going
second.
up. Before that ended, I got kicked out of the room because that pissed Flo off, and he said I was interfering with the money that he was making. In the meantime, Mrs. Flo said, before I got kicked out, Mrs. Flo said, "Are you sure you're good for the money?" or something to that effect. Now, it was in chat again, so I can't go back and find it because Flo has the video but not the chat log. Hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say there.
Yeah.
So it was.
I call cap on that because just because somebody blocks you, you can still see what's being going on in the chat. You may not be able to chat, but you can still see that. So that I call cap that there's no way she could have got those two people.
Well, I also call Cap because did she not realize, like, they were down in the comments talking about their vacation to Fiji.
Mm-hmm.
Did she think that she was talking to Mike Cerrone or whoever the heck the other Mike is that whole time? I mean, this was like an ongoing conversation or something, like I would assume that was, or joking vacation thing they had going on for probably more than one day. So was she confused the whole time that Mike 23 was Mike 23 and not
I have
Mike?
no idea.
So
yeah, I just wanted to point out that she could tell. I just think she tells it this way to make the story better.
In my mind, somebody being taken advantage of. And I didn't like that because I know that a lot of times drunk people will do things like gamble or do things that they're not really aware of or remember. And I felt protective. So when I said I'm standing up for this guy because he's my friend, I thought he was Mike Cerrone. Now, either way, if this was happening to somebody that I was friendly with and I was concerned, I would say something, whether it's my best buddy in the world or not. Probably not if it was an enemy or some jerk. Mike 23 seems like an okay, good guy. So I simply said those things. I got a bounty on my head, and I got told off and called it a bitch and all these different things, and stay in your lane. And I got told to submit. He told me to submit. And I said, why would I have to submit to you? Isn't that something Mrs. Flo would do? We don't have that kind of relationship. I don't understand. I don't submit to anybody that isn't a husband or boyfriend kind of thing.
I don't think she even said those things.
I
don't think that she said those things that she said. When he said submit, he was talking about submit to the rules of the channel, not in a sexual manner. And if I remember correctly, I think she sent him back a pickle after he said the word submit, and he said, you're trying to sidestep it. She's the one who took it and made it sexual. Once again, these are their receipts, not mine. So like, yeah, I don't think she said any of that stuff of like
of him calling her a bitch to stay in her lane.
No. Oh yeah, I mean, he told her to stay in her lane,
Oh.
and probably stay in your lane
For sure. Listen,
why you don't get in front of him and the making money. Trust me, none of us want a Mimi again. That caused a whole bunch of troubles for him when Mimi donated while she was drinking, and then the next day did whatever, and it screwed up the whole his whole Cash App.
Which is
so we don't want that. And as Dusty has stated before, if you do drink too much and you donate or something like that, get a hold of him the next day, let him know, he'll send it back to not have that trouble that we had with Mimi. So
y'all hear it first. If you have an issue with giving Flow State too much money because you got drunk, feel free to get a hold of him the next day. Do not go through procedures online.
And he was trying to pull this control mechanism on me. And that's when he's like, F you, and going off and swearing at me and saying these really ugly things that he's never said before, which was shocking to me because he had always been nice and defended me. So that's the case we're looking at here. It wasn't some Lindsay is a grand manipulator. She's telling lies about this story. There was a confusion there. This is what really went down. And then Chuck, or someone, I think it was Chuck, told me that Flo made $1,500 that night. So I took it to mean that Mike kept going up and up and up. And because I was kicked from the room and couldn't see, that he got the $1,500 from Mike 23. Hopefully that'll make sense to you. I know that Flo got his $1,500. More power to him. He can get money from people as he wants. That's his right. He is an admitted grifter. But the way that I was treated was very wrong and very immoral, and I did not lie. I didn't deserve that treatment, but I accepted that, hey, if I wanted to go in there chat again, I was either going to have to pay $300, fat chance. There's no amount I would pay, or somebody else was. And this, thirdly, is not my friend. Friends don't do this. This is somebody who's using me for whatever means. And if I get in the way of a single dollar of his, I am no longer his friend. And that was made perfectly clear. And then he started making the nasty videos about me. Why didn't I say anything till now? Because I'm taking it. I'm trying not to cause drama. I'm trying not to influence people. You can only take so much. And this is going on. In the meantime, he's saying, I have leathery skin. I'm so old. I have a pussy like a catcher's mitt. I mean, all these things. It's like, what in the hell's going on here, dude? Yeah. Get your money. What Chuck gave him $1,000 on the side without me knowing, just to keep me in the room. Which, by the way, I am blown. Shut up, Cynthia. Thank you.
No, but
I am blown away, and I think this is immoral stuff. Now,
that's not a true story, though.
Why don't you shut up? You're not a lawyer. I'm not talking to you. I'm not.
It's
Just
not
stay
the
out
true
of it,
story.
Cynthia. Quit
not
putting me
true.
in a bad
I've already
place.
admitted
I'm
it.
not the bad person you want me to be.
You're
Not at
lying.
all.
You're
I'm not
telling
lying.
the true
I'm not
story.
lying. I swear to God, I swear on the Bible, I swear
We're
on my
not asking
family.
about your backstory. We're asking about this one particular live. Mike, go ahead, please.
I'm not lying.
I'm talking to
I
Mike.
promise. I swear to God, I'm not lying.
Mike, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, Lindsay, I was letting you talk so that way you could feel that I'm not interrupting you. I'm not,
Thank you.
obviously, look,
I don't
if
have
you ask
anything to
me
do,
if I have a
right?
problem with you, I can never say that. Why? Because it's not like I know you. It's not like we know each other. It's not like
No, we were always friendly. We don't. We're not besties.
I'm a very friendly person. I try to get it along with everyone. I'm not really I don't spurge out. I'm not like some psycho. I'm not.
I don't think anything bad of you. I'm not either.
No, and I get that, but you see, but the thing is that, let's just say, right, for the sake that if I've gotten drunk, I mean, I don't remember you asking me if I had bourbon. I don't think I would tell you.
And you said, "How did you know?" That was your answer. I remember. And seeing the words in my head.
I got you, Lindsay.
I even
but
went back to show
give me
you.
a chance to explain.
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
Well, if you ask me that, I give you that. If I said yes, I'm telling you the truth. You know how like I joke around and I always like tell you about.
Yeah, you're friendly.
Like you remember. Wait, hold on. You remember when you were like talking about like, what are you doing? No, I'm like, oh shit, we're spending our vacation money. That's a joke. And then that's when the Mrs. Flo came in and she was like, are you okay? Like, but she wasn't asking me if I'm okay. She was basically
If you were
clarifying.
Were you good for the money?
No, she was clarifying because she thought that it was serious. I'm like, no, this is a joke. And so she was like, oh, okay. So it wasn't like she was questioning the spending. She was basically questioning the
Hold
vacation.
on a minute. She did ask if you were good for the money. That did happen.
I don't recall for her. I don't recall.
See it in my head.
I remember.
I was there.
Give me one second, Lindsay. I listen. I'm just letting you know.
Do you know what she's talking about? I mean, you agree with what she's saying?
How about both?
Well,
I said, are you good for it?
Yeah.
Mike,
I like the way
but that
she keeps-
also insinuates like, are you good? I mean, I don't.
Right. I think this is like the way she's seeing it in her mind, and she keeps saying, "No, I can see the words. I can see the words." So earlier when we were talking about they disassociate and go back to something else. It's like what she's visually going back to something else.
Well, and wasn't this storyline already happened over on Jack Talcott's panel too? And somebody was trying to point out that she was going through a tough time over the death of her father and stuff, and maybe this was like making things worse.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing it happen all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point in time, her dad was dying, right? He wasn't dead yet, was he?
No, he had just passed. Remember? Was he? No, I guess he was dying. I don't know.
Because it was after the fact, after the Mike twin. Well, yeah, after the night that we're talking about in this video, that she said that her dad passed away and would like to be back in the chat with her friends.
Right.
And Dusty said, sorry for your loss, but then also said no.
And it's just been this ever since then.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Basically, that if I was drunk, let's just say that I was drunk and I made a mistake. That's my responsibility, Lindsay. Like that's something I so in terms of like, and that you see,
I'm the one that said
I'm Lindsay. I don't like. I hope that you don't take this personal, but I'm hearing a lot of things, and I'm like, wow, I had no idea. And then also, I heard you in the panel talking about like you send some nudes and all that stuff. We have to take accountability for our own actions. We have to be responsible. I'm not saying this to make you feel bad. I'm not. I swear to God.
I already did that. You weren't here before.
I swear to God. I swear. I think you know where I'm coming from. But and don't. You know what? I'm sorry that your dad passed away. I really am. I really am. I'm but the thing is that, so how is it that, to me and common sense, right? I get along with common sense. So if you were like always treated badly in his platform or show, whatever, how is it that you still keep going? And then you still keep
I didn't
begging
say I was
back?
always treated bad. It was more like a kiss slap kind of thing.
Now, what should I buy first?
But then yet, and also even on the last, when you were talking, I think with Jim, it seemed that you wanted to come back. And so to me, it seems like you really was entertained by Flo, and you really did like. I mean, I knew that you liked him, but I maybe there's something more.
Oh my god.
Hello?
They overtalk that real quick.
I'm sorry. It's muffled.
You're
Okay,
muted,
so
bro.
you wanted to admonish me, straw man here a little bit. Excuse me, steel man. You wanted to admonish me for the nudes, which I already took responsibility for. I'm not sorry, but I do realize how that looks to other people, and that you are perfectly able, willing, and in your right mind to judge a person for doing that. That's okay.
I'm not judging you, by the way. I swear, I'm
You
not
are
judging
whoever.
you.
You are whoever. It doesn't look good.
I mean, look.
You weren't here though earlier. I was here like an hour ago or something when it was brought up, and then it's still being brought up. So I wanted my chance to explain the mix-up between Mike and Mike, which kind of it would be common sense, understandable, and why I quote went out of my lane to protect somebody. That's part of my personality. I have been an advocate for a lot of people, and I have also been known to protect myself when I've had enough. And
have y'all known her to protect a lot of people? Have y'all known her to go out of her way to take care of people?
No. Not that. I mean, I'm sure.
Not on metaverse. I'm speaking metaversally. Definitely. Okay.
I mean,
that's what I was doing.
Maybe in arguments or something, like in discussions or something. Like maybe she comes in on someone's side or something, but not the way she's portraying here, I would say.
That is a good point.
I was advocating. You did not ask me to. It was a mistake. I did it out of the goodness of my own heart. I am not a bad person. I should have stayed in my own lane. What I am sorry for is that you got mixed up in this, and that you had to make a video, or Flo asked you to make a video about it. I haven't seen it. I don't watch Flo's anymore. I don't want to watch the horrible videos about me on anybody's channel. So I didn't see it.
So
you and
Lindsay,
I we're good. I don't see the problem.
We're good. But I just want to clarify to everyone, and I don't want God. You guys can think whatever you want, but I'm speaking the truth. This is the thing. The truth is this. Flo even said it. You don't have to respond if you don't want to, but it's up to you. He left it up to me. I made the choice.
I did. Wait, I'm not even knowing what's going on at this point. I just found out that I mixed the mics.
Yeah, but I'm just letting anyone know like that think that this Flo is manipulating this like some evil. That's bullshit. Like, excuse my language. Like Flo basically he's not manipulating anyone. He's just doing this shit.
Speaking of the devil,
he has every right to do his shit.
Yeah. Thank goodness.
Speaking
and
of
I'm
the
glad
devil,
you made.
I'm sorry, I asked a question.
What happened?
Here comes Flo. I paused it because I was asking you a question. Did you know that this was going on as it was happening, or were you unaware?
Oh no, I didn't know till later.
Okay.
When I think you guys were reviewing it.
Oh wow! You didn't know until that much later?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not trying to offend anyone.
I'm just gonna vet just to make sure.
I'm
Guys,
sorry.
give me a moment here. Give me a moment, please.
All right.
I'm gonna vet.
Anything else,
I want to make sure our next guest is legit. So let's welcome Mr. Powder Dusty to the broadcast.
All right.
Is that
It's
you?
me. Yep.
So what's going on in here?
Well, I'll tell you. Lindsay came up and she told the story again how Mike donated the $1,500 and she was looking out for him, and then Chuck donated the $1,000.
I want to clarify that,
Right.
please, when I get a chance.
You will. And so I clarified. I said, no, that's not true. Chuck has already admitted it was him and somebody else. Mike is already.
That was a year ago.
Right. Mike already admitted he did not donate the whole $1,500. Why do you keep telling the story in a manipulative way, like you're the victim? She admitted. Well, she admitted she got the right Mike's confused, and now
she got them confused now.
Yeah, and that's where we're at.
She didn't
Mike
have them confused
here.
previously.
I actually have verification
Wow.
that I did get it confused.
All right, let's see it.
I did get them confused. You have to go into the chat room. When I found out, I got them confused, and I believe it was
But
Chaotic Truths.
Do you have receipts or not?
If Chaotic Truth still has that video up, that would be the
Do
receipt.
you want me to go check for Chaotic Truth? Why don't you provide your own receipts?
Flo?
Lindsay?
I like it when y'all do that.
Look, go get him, bitch.
Flo,
We'll wait.
Flo,
And
you
then
know.
she also said,
Flo, you,
and
Cynthia,
Lindsay also
Cynthia,
stated,
shut up, please.
and Lindsay also
Flo,
stated you exploited her.
Please,
You
shut up.
exploited her and you threatened to put her nudes
Cynthia,
out.
I know you creamed your jeans over this, but can I
No,
please
not
have a
really.
word with Flo? You stupid bitch.
Go get the receipts, ho. Quit freaking out. Get the receipts.
I paused it again. Yolanda, are you still there?
I'm back. Yeah.
Can you kind of, because Yolanda and I have talked about this, and because it was weird to me that she said, I probably know you're probably creaming in your pants about this. And I was like, why would she say this to me? Like, like I'm not attracted to women. I'm like, why is she going sexual? And you had a good take on that, Yolanda. Do you mind sharing it with the chat? And Katie?
That's just to me another example of her projecting her own way of thinking about getting back at somebody. So the way she's telling you that you creamed your pants over it, that must obviously be what she gets off of when she feels like she's in the stronger position over somebody. Because I'm sure when she said it to you, it was really confusing, because again, with the hypersexualization, what the fuck are you talking about?
It was weird. It was like that, those times that we talk about guys and the way men talk to each other. Like, I was taken back by that. I was like, what was that? Like, why did you just go to your sex bag? Like, that's all she tends to go to.
Yeah, it's a form of dominance.
I don't know. I don't like that word though.
It's nasty. Yeah.
Dominance?
No, screamed.
Oh.
Like, I don't know. I don't know why that word I don't like. That one's like, ooh.
Yeah, it was just, it took me back. I'm like, why is she saying this to me?
You've been talking all day. You haven't shown a damn receipt. Go get a receipt.
Hey, Cynthia, can you pause it for a second?
Oh, not that old catcher's mitt.
Yes.
It's exactly what she did to you when she flashed her tits at you, and what the other thing that she did behind when you guys cut the stream. It's exactly the same thing.
She's just trying to show her sexual dominance. Like, I'm gonna be like, so what?
That's where she finds her strength. So she's trying to dominate you like that.
Alrighty, interesting. All right, let's go. We're almost to the good part.
Let's tell the truth here. I turned you down, and now you have to put me down because you lose and you don't want to look back.
I blocked you
told
on
three
YouTube.
times.
I blocked you on my phone.
I rejected you 3
Okay,
times.
sure. That's
And
fine.
now
You can
you're
have it.
lying
You
about
rejected
to your
me.
wife.
You rejected me.
I'm not,
Sure.
I'm not gonna
Can you go get those receipts, Lindsay?
3 times.
Oh, you broke my heart. You rejected me. Go get those receipts.
I didn't say I broke your heart. I'm saying that you have sour grapes because I rejected you, and I made you look bad because I told the truth. Now, as far as this thing of people's interest, I can't believe people are interested in this. I'm not going to talk about it. What I have said.
You're not going to go get those receipts?
I think that.
You don't want to provide any receipts?
Flo, it's the truth, and you know it.
What? No, it's not. Go
Flo?
get some evidence. I provide receipts for everything.
Flo, it's the
what,
truth,
Lindsay?
and you know it. Listen to
No,
me.
it's not. I know that. I know that it's a lie.
You know it, and you know
I
you
know
asked.
that you're lying,
Listen,
and
you're
you
full
know
of
that
you're
I
full of
know.
shit. You
So go
are
get
lying.
some proof, or
I'm
else
done.
I'll pull out
Go-
my receipts.
Go look in Chaotic's Truth Room when people were calling me stupid because I got Mike 23 mixed up with Mike.
Okay?
And people
What
were saying,
fucking
"Oh my
day was
God,
that?
you did what?" I don't know because it's not
So
that
you want me to
important to me.
So hold on. Your best
I've been
receipt
ignoring
is.
you. I think you tried to get back at me by putting these really ugly videos up about me about how I'm old and gross. And then you ask me to show my body to you constantly. No, I told you go look at Mrs. Flo's pussy if you want to see a pussy. Go look at porn. You're fucking gross, dude. You're gross. I have artistic nudes.
Why
You're
are
gross.
you have
You're
artistic nudes?
You're nasty, and Cynthia is too. And she's
Yes.
plotting so she can be with you.
You're
and be your friend again,
you're a real
now
artist.
you have a common enemy, right? Now you can have common enemy, and you can be entertained. Cynthia is the piece of shit and was talking badly about you, and that's one.
This is
reason
a
why
simple
her-
request. Can you go get receipts
I'm
for
out of
anything
here.
you've been
I'm
saying?
out of here. I'm out.
Because you're a dumb
I
cunt.
Don't stick around, Lindsay.
I
This is
swear on
great.
the Bible.
No.
I
You're on
swear-
fire. You got
I
supporters
swear
in the
on
chat. This is
Bible,
good.
I swear on my family. I swear everything I own in this world that I have told the truth. Absolutely. And this guy has thrown me under the bus.
Do y'all? I really believe in her heart. She believes that is the truth. Does anybody else think that?
I don't know.
Good luck.
I mean, if you want to take it from mental disorder view,
I
like
mean-
we've been viewing her through this whole thing,
Well, I'm just saying, like, in my heart, she talks like she really believes that. Like she really cannot see herself.
yeah, or what the actual problem was here. Like,
Right. Yolanda, do you have any thoughts?
Can you ask me that question again? I'm paying attention to the chat. I'm sorry.
I appreciate that. Does she believe she's true? She's believed that what she's saying is true, that she doesn't want a relationship with Flo. Y'all, we just learned today that when her original interaction with Flo was sending nudes. There was no "we're friends" somewhere along the line. Can I get your nudes? It was like, "Hi, my name's Lindsay. Here's my nudes." And
Well,
so,
even if she does really do believe it, she also has the help of other people that are encouraging her to believe that she's in the right. So it would just help with the delusion if she feels that if she's being victimized over it. Either way, like at the end of all of it, she put herself in this position. She even said so earlier in the stream.
absolutely.
And he's seeking retribution in a very ugly way. And I usually say nothing. I've had enough. This is a bad guy. This is the guy who has looked up my personal information, which he doesn't have, and he thinks he does. This is a person who has read the backs of photos. This is a person who has thrown me under the bus simply because he can't get what he wants. He can't control me. And I do have the data showing that you asked me to submit to you. That's bullshit. I was your so-called friend. You don't use friends like that. You don't check them out and ask to see their pussies. You don't take money from them. You don't manipulate them. You don't tell your
I
wife.
didn't look up your
lies about them.
information.
You told Mrs. Flo so
Do
many
you
lies.
want to tell them the truth about it?
I would like to expose you right
Lindsay,
now for what you said about
okay.
your own wife. Are you ready?
Do you want to tell the truth
want me
about
to
how I
tell
found
you?
your address out? Because I remember telling you.
I can tell
You know what I told you?
I can tell you.
I said, hey, these
Should I
pictures
out
you
him
took,
right now?
You should
I'll tell you
turn the
truth about what he said
geolocation
about his
off on your
wife.
camera.
I know.
All of the pictures
Right,
had your
because you're a
address.
criminal and you know how to do that. And I have fooled you and you can't stand it.
Oh my God, damn, you're delusional.
You can't stand it.
Stand what?
I fooled you because
That you forgot to turn the location off on your
You
photos?
are a crook. Well, guess what? That's not my house, mofo.
I don't give a fuck where it is.
You think you know where my house is.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not going there. But
you're damn right you're
whoever's
not.
house it is
I
at,
never
it's
invited
weird how
you.
many naked pictures you take there.
Can you pause it for a minute?
There's a certain things.
But none of this shit mattered when she was sending him the nudes.
Right.
But it matters now.
Right. But this is my favorite part.
Oh, I'm
Because if
sorry.
y'all listen quietly, I mean, if you pay attention, it's almost like she speaks another language when he says that to her. Like she's been caught.
Photos?
You are a crook. Well, guess what? That's not my house, mofo.
I don't give a fuck where it is.
You think you know where my house is.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not going there. But
you're damn right you're
whoever's
not.
house it is
I
at,
never
it's
invited
weird how
you.
many naked pictures you take there.
Well, there's a certain amount of things that you don't know.
Like to me, that's a very, very telling sign right there. Like
She's
really
overwhelmed. She's overwhelmed.
very overwhelmed. And
Yeah.
she got taken back. And then, if I want to talk about the spiritual realm, like what just happened in that language speech right there.
Well, to be honest, this shit's so sad. Every time I hear it, I just think this shit's so sad.
See, and I feel bad because people with people with BPD, like NPD, have a lot of shame. And I don't want to bring shame upon somebody, but it's like your manipulation ways and the things that you do, your inability to see things correctly affects.
Right now we just have mental disorders and stuff like that. We've got names for all this stuff now, and we've got, I guess, ways for her to go get help. But if you have someone who is BPD, and what's NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, or BPD, I think can also come along with narcissistic tendencies, it would probably have a lot of shame, but in their shame, they will become malevolent. And the damage you can do to other people by being malevolent.
What do you mean by benevolent?
Malevolent?
Yes.
Well, she's being malevolent right now because she's bringing up a bunch of lies and being upset, and
it's basically attacking someone to hurt them.
Yeah.
Purely for that.
She's going after Flo where it hurts, where she thinks it's going to make him
Which
look
is
worse
Katie?
than he already is. Yes, is Katie. That's right.
Malevolent. So you're attacking somebody closer?
Or it's just an attack on someone. To be malevolent is to attack them, to hurt them, really not for, I don't know, much cause.
I looked it up. It says having a willingness to do evil to others. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh.
You
Sure,
have.
that's fine. I don't care about those things. Don't care about any of those things. Don't care about you.
I don't care about
your house.
you either.
Don't care
So
about
why
your
are we
life.
talking? I don't care about your life.
Because you've spent all day up here talking about me.
Quit coming to me asking to see my body parts, especially.
I've blocked you on everything, you desperate
Remember
bitch.
what you said to Mrs. Flo? Want me to say that? Shall I air that out right now? You guys want the really good stuff since you seem to like drama and misery so much?
Yes, we're desperate for those
I'll
receipts.
make a short out of it for sure.
He told me that Mrs.
Hold
Flo,
on, do you have a receipt for it?
of course not, because I don't keep them like
Of course not. So this is another one of those trust me, I'm telling you the truth sort of things, right? Lindsay has a penis. That's the big secret in all her news. Trust me. She has a penis.
I
It's
don't
weird.
believe
It's
that.
not
You know what he's
circumcised.
doing?
And she's got really weird testicles.
You know what he's doing? He's obfuscating. He's filibustering, and he's
I'm
trying
doing
to
what you do. I'm just saying shit with no receipts.
Cynthia, you're not in this, okay? Cynthia, you're not in this. Can I request, please, that you take Cynthia off the panel so that I can finish this discussion with something that
Well,
you
honestly, hold on a second. I'll respond to that by saying there are, rules. I guess you can
where'd the
always
sound go?
contribute to get rid of her, or if anybody else wants to get rid of her, they're all,
Oh, I'm not going to pay. She's not worth a penny. I would just like to say.
He also said that you were going to explain
Okay,
her for
shut
the
up.
news.
What?
You
What?
said that she went back to also
leave
told
me out
the
of it.
story that you were going
Leave me
to
out.
post
Leave
the
me
news
out.
if you didn't do
Yeah.
something for him.
Was she saying that exact same thing?
Yeah, she was saying it
The
again.
exact same way.
And then I said that there's proof that you were never going to put those nudes out. But she's saying you threatened her. And so that's why she got ahead of it again by going to snaps.
Flo, can we leave Cynthia out of this? Because she's a big busybody.
No, she's not.
Okay, let's out you then. How would you like that? With the truth. With what you said about your own wife.
Oh, I see what you say, malevolent. Because she wanted to get me out of there. And when he said no, he thought attacking you was like that. She just wanted to hurt him.
Well, they're doing
she's
it
just
to
malevolent through the whole thing. She
Dude,
didn't
right.
get what she wanted in the very beginning, so she went on attack mode. She's been, and with someone with BPD, they're always, if she has that or whatever, you know, they're everything that they do. They also are like, I don't know, planning for a way to twist it.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting. I've never met. Well, I mean, maybe I have and just didn't like him and chalked it off to something else. But I've never discussed this type of behavior with other people. I'm kind of taken back right now by this. It's just interesting and fascinating to learn about the way people process and operate. Did you have anything to say, Yolanda, before we started up again?
I was just pointing out they're both being malevolent to each other. They're trying to get each other where it hurts. But like, again, she's going for Mrs. Flo right now. So it's going to be a different kind of response from Flo. Either way, this whole thing is very messy.
Alexandria down here says Flo is exhibiting normal anger when someone attacks your wife, though. Lindsay just drugged Mrs. Flo hard.
Or she's about to drag me even harder in a second.
Right, which is exactly what she did. And this is like, see, that's what I was wondering. They doesn't plan so much as reacts, kind of cray-cray. NPD will plan, which is the narcissistic. Oh, so NPD and BPD have very similarities, but this would be a difference. What is what you're saying, AA? I'm kind of interested. Like, see, when I think of a narcissist, it's easy for me to see a man. I feel like Bass was a narcissist, right? I feel like Paul is a narcissist. It's hard for me sometimes to see a woman as a narcissist. I see them more so as manipulating, but this is helping me to understand it more.
I didn't tell you shit about her.
Right. So you're already lying.
Okay. Can you provide a receipt for literally anything?
You said your wife is too old for you. You said she's too
Bitch, you're 53.
No, I'm not.
She's 35.
You said she's too masculine.
You're 53 years old.
No, I am not.
Yes,
no,
you are.
I am not. You said she's
there is
too
not a
masculine
chance
for
on
you,
hell.
and that-
I told
listen,
you.
he's trying to
she's
filibuster.
20. She could be your daughter.
Duh. Flo,
Lindsay, could I ask you a question?
Flo, you're doing it again.
Good
And
job. Good job exposing me, you
You're
dumbass.
lying.
You chose something
You're
that's
lying. I wasn't even
completely.
done with it. You said more shit about her too. I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
sorry for her.
Please,
I
like I told your old
genuinely
ass that she
sorry
was
for
too
her.
old for me. Get the fuck out of here.
You said that to me. Okay, maybe it was a meth.
You can't even can't even make up a good lie.
Meth
That
face.
doesn't even hold water.
told
You're
me that.
older than she is.
I look better.
She could be your.
I'm
She's
not
not.
53. I look better.
You look like trash compared to
I think
her.
she's cute.
She's half
But
your. She could be your daughter. You could be my daughter's
I have
grandma.
3 things that you said. I remember
You
you
don't.
said
Okay, well then,
that
could
she's
you
not
just?
submissive enough, that she's not pretty enough, and she's
Oh
not
my
young enough. That
goodness!
you like them thinner. And Flo,
She's
I am
all
telling
of
the
those
truth.
things more than you.
Again,
You're nuts,
I am telling the
Lindsay.
truth. Again,
Are you
I
older or
swear on
younger
my
than her?
on the Bible,
Okay.
I swear.
I'm sorry. What did you say? Well, Katie, how are you feeling about this? Like, she is saying that A, you're too fat, And I know, like, I'm known as Fat Cynthia, but I have yet to hear people say, "In fact, Katie."
No, I'm
but
not.
you're not submissive, and you're
Shit.
too old. How does that feel? Which, by the way, oh no, we're
You know, none of that. I was like, what the fuck?
Look how calm she is.
And then when I was listening to it and she said I look better than her, I was like, ah. I don't know why that one, but I was like, what? Like, I just don't think that way though. It's like I don't walk around looking at someone going,
prettier. I'm prettier.
I'm prettier than that person, or that person's prettier than me. Like, I just don't go around like that. I mean, obviously some people I could be like, yeah.
I did
Like
see this
most,
ballerina today, and I was like, dang, I wish I looked like her. Calling you fat and calling you old, are these things that, like, they have no weight? They're not even real cut downs. Like, anybody's secure in themselves.
no, anytime that Dusty has called me fat, it's in a joking way.
Like, what are you, 100 pounds?
5'4" and 100 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah.
Me too, Katie. I don't know why they call me fat either.
No, for the most part, it's more annoying people tell me I need to eat.
I used to have a really skinny friend, and she said that she hated when people told her that because she felt it was just the same type of shame as big people received, and nobody paid attention to that.
It is. I've literally had people tell me I'm anorexic before, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I eat food all the time. I eat a lot of food. But like literally wouldn't believe me. It's like, what the hell? Called chicken legs. I didn't when I was younger, I used to always wear jeans because I didn't like my legs. But now I'm like, I recognize what that is. It's jealousy or whatever. Especially, I mean, kids are mean growing up, so
Adults
that's where
too.
most of that was. And I don't know. One day I figured out that like, I'm not ugly. Maybe I'm not a freaking. It's like maybe I'm not a model, but I'm not ugly. So
I think all women are beautiful. I think all women are beautiful in their own uniqueness. I hate that we tear each other down because it's already hard enough being a woman out here anyways, but it's the way of the world. Definitely the way of the world.
Yeah, well, my nanny always said pretty is as pretty does.
So true. So true.
Which is kind of true. I know I've met people that I thought, I was like, oh man, they're just beautiful, and then you get to know them and it's like, yeah, you're not so beautiful anymore.
True. Yolanda, do you have anything to add before we continue on?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump down, but
Thank
you know, you sound like you're really strong in your foundation of where you're at, Lady Flo.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really interesting to just observe how you're calm and relaxed through all of this, and it doesn't seem to really affect you like she might have anticipated that it would. And I guess I just recognize that we have to do better. So it's all a learning lesson. But thanks, Cynthia. I'll see you around.
Thank you. Bye, Yolanda. Thank you for coming up. And make sure to check out the Mad Chatter. Let me go get her link and drop it for you. If you do not know, that is Yolanda, and her and I have a show every Wednesday nights at between 8 and 8:30 Central Standard Time, where we just discuss what goes on the metaverse and how crazy it can be sometimes. Let me grab her link real quick. Did you have anything to add before I continue to play the video, Katie?
No, I don't think so.
I'm going to grab her link while I let this play.
Where on
your word doesn't mean shit. You've been lying. You've been proven lying many times. Now here's the thing. She's skinnier than you. She's prettier than you. She's younger than you. Why the fuck would I complain to you about any of that
maybe
shit?
you were on a meth binge, but it's not nice. And you're not nice to your own wife.
Fuck.
Maybe you're on a meth binge.
I don't do any drugs.
I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't.
No. Somebody bought her back. And that's pretty much No, put me down. Put me down.
Don't take Lindsay
I
off.
didn't take her off.
Yeah. And that's pretty much where that ended. She then left the stage, and she left, and then Flow State left afterwards as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird there at the end. What did she say? She said all of that mean shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then says you're mean to your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. That it just seems like an odd twist there.
She does have. I guess she's protected and standing up for you. I'm not sure. Do you
Well, if she wanted to protect me and stand up for me or something, or Mike 23 or anybody, you get a hold of them privately. You don't do this all out here.
True.
And she doesn't have my number. She does have an email of mine. And one time I downloaded a burner number because she wasn't answering emails and she had spurred out on something and then wanted to talk to me, but I can't remember what that was about.
Well, I'm glad we got a chance to talk to you. Do you have a little bit more understanding of like the situation or clarification, just being able to walk through it and process it, or feel better getting your side out?
Yeah, I guess it is nice to talk about it to the panelverse, because it always happens when I'm not around with her. So
Right. I wonder.
And I think she used to watch the chat. Like if I would notice, like if I was watching and I had been chatting for a while and then I went back to just watching and I wasn't in the chat, she would reappear in the chat. And it was kind of a consistent thing. So she thinks that I'm not there, then she comes back around. And when I had a more consistent sleep schedule, like I would go to sleep at like, I think it was like 1 o'clock. That would be about the time that she would show up on panel. I'm talking, this was back before the drama, the first drama. So I watch her patterns in people.
Do you think she'll come back around? Do you think she wants to go back to Flows?
I mean, she's already going on the tomatoes, so yeah.
Oh, she has?
Yeah, she was on the tomatoes on the gauntlet the other day. With her hair all pretty and a nice little red shirt on. And if red doesn't say sexy, then I don't know what else. Like,
well, I think a lot of people down there in the chats might have some questions. You want to go ahead and open up the panel?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. The panel is now open. I'm pretty sure some of you have questions, thoughts, views, opinions about the whole situation, or just some words of encouragement for Katie, also known as Mrs. Flo. The link is now pinned at the top of the chat. Have you thought about doing your own YouTube channel?
Yes.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
What have you what would you like to do? Because this is crazy. Like being a content creator is not for the weak at all. Like you have got to be strong, thick skin in your words, in your actions.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'll have to experience that when I get there. There's probably a certain amount of stuff that I just won't take or do. I don't necessarily plan on being drama channel necessarily, even though that seems to be the thing. One of the first things I was going to do was a tarot card reading.
Drama seems to be Flow State's huge audience. What is that like? Has he always been drama? Like in real life when y'all hung out with friends? Was he like...
Well, shit. Most of our friends have actually always kind of been online. since we met. I mean, when we first met, I was like 23, so there was like going to the bar and stuff, and then we got into the MBTI stuff, and he met the TWFP online. And honestly, like Eric from TWFP, he used to be a debate coach.
Mm-hmm.
So they were debating online back then. Like this whole like debate thing with like Andrew Wilson and the Orthodox Bros, except that theirs was more like an MBTI, a different theme, I guess, or subject. But you know, they were debating online way the fuck before Andrew ever was thinking about it, I think. So this
look,
isn't anything new.
Zephyr says she would do a reading with you.
What, tarot card reading?
I guess that's what she's saying.
Oh,
yeah,
I'll
she
do a
is saying
tarot
that.
reading with you, Katie, on stream or off. I have not done many tarot card well, I've only done them with myself, actually. I've got a tarot card deck. It has the definitions on them, which I figure is probably good for me to start out with instead of having to look them up every time. They're just right there on the deck. But I think there's like a 3-card spread that I can do. I had 3 of them written down. I know one is past, present, and future. I don't remember what the other 2 were.
All right. I got a couple people have come up backstage. I'm just gonna get mic checks. Because did you know I got P-bombed the other day?
By a girl or a boy?
Well, they came up as "Don't judge me," but then they P-bombed me.
Oh.
So, all righty. First to the stage, we got Mike, the legendary Mike. Can I get a mic check, Mike?
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. That's definitely Mike. And next is Ashmir Alexander. Can I get a mic check?
Hey there.
That's definitely her as well. All right, guys, we are good to go. Make sure to hit that like button. The panel is open if you want to come up.
You're really too late with me. I already did.
Great. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Mike, your name, you just came in hot. You just said, "Hi, Flow State. My name's Mike. Here's a couple of dollars." And then it's been on fire ever since. So trial by fire, I guess. This is 2025 and social media behavior.
Yep. No, I just want to say I do appreciate like you're being real as fuck. And you know, I do appreciate. I mean, I just don't like understand that how people can basically look like shit. So another thing, Flo, I'm sorry, bro. I'm just saying. Like you see, like I told Flo, bro, just go ahead, get the fucking drinks. Go ahead, go get the Coronas and the and the tequila. And I was like, it's on me, bro. Just I'll front you. And I did the Cash App bullshit. I'm not really. I kind of feel afraid of that. Someone tried to scam me before, but I send them the $50. Not a problem. And so you know, overall, what I'm trying to say is, you know, don't speak if you're not about it, or rather, don't say something if you cannot back up the story, because it just makes you look like shit. Like, try to just be upfront, be honest, and then that's okay. If you look bad, at least you were fucking on. I have a lot more respect for people that are upfront and honest. It's like, you know what, I fucked up. Like, to me, it's like, okay, if you fucked up, it's like, okay, I fucked up. This is what it is. This is how it should be. You know, and that's it. You know, it's just some people, they just you know, the funny thing is that it wasn't until I came up to OTW, and then that's when she was like, "Oh, it's not you, the Mike. It's some other Mike." I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like, yeah, I get it. There's a lot of people with my name, but my name is very common. But you see,
the other Mike is a creep. In case you didn't know it.
Well, I mean,
who is the other Mike?
Yeah, I don't know the other Mike
Mike
either.
Cerrone. Mike Cerrone.
Is he
He's a long cow.
So did she just think that Mike Cerrone turned into Mike 23 and they just started talking about a Fiji trip or was
So
it
I
Fiji
think Mike
vacation?
Cerrone and her were connecting at Gen X Jeff's, and she just
Yeah,
saw
Mike
and
Cerrone was on Flow Stage one time. He came up there to play therapist the night that Lindsay and M got into the fight.
Oh wait,
But basically Mike Cerrone and Mike 23 are just like the same person in her head though.
I don't
Or
see
were
how
they
she.
separate people?
If you ask me, I think that she was just fabricating this because I think that she felt bad.
Cover story.
I'm sorry, Chuck. I'm just saying to you. So, in my views, I could be mistaken. I'm not, I could be mistaken. But here's the thing: in my views, I think that she felt bad, and she's like, "Oh fuck! Like I put this motherfucker on the spot. Shit!" And even fucking Flo backed that up. Flo had the receipts, and then Flo, and it's just so embarrassing.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons also why she's not going to come up here is because she knew that she fucked up. It's like, oh fuck, I fucked up, and I'm gonna make myself look more even worse. And I'm pretty sure she's crying right now. She's probably
no, I don't think so. I don't think she's crying. She
Okay.
was saying she has plans for tonight.
Oh, you
Yeah.
think so?
You invited her?
No,
Okay.
she was on another channel, and she was
Okay.
saying that she's not going to participate because she has plans tonight.
Why do I feel like she
I-
doesn't have plans then?
I think that's this whole fabrication. It's like a defense mechanism. It's like, oh, I'm busy. Like my life, fuck you guys. I got it like that. Like that to me, that's just a defense mechanism. But overall, I could see that she's just like, oh shit, like I never knew that I was gonna be able to interact with the Mike 23, and it's like, oh shit. It's like, oh man, what I did to myself. Like she just shot herself in the foot. To me, that I think it's all bullshit. Because even if you look at the actuality of the conversation between her and Flo, you could actually see she mentioned my name. She basically mentioned me. So for her, listen, maybe this lady has a lot of issues, but she's not fucking retarded.
Oh.
She's not.
No, she's actually
Yeah.
she's rather intelligent, I would say. At least she speaks
Oh, yeah.
intelligently. She has
Yeah.
yeah.
Tarek has said that her and Bex are the two most intelligent women on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I just want to like make
X
that
is really smart.
She
No,
is.
I do agree with that, because I mentioned egalitarian. I remember a couple of I don't remember exactly egalitarian. I mentioned in the platform in the panels in Flo's panel about egalitarian. She was the very person that was on precise of the egalitarian in terms of the concept of that. She was on point.
She is smart. She is smart.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean?
I've talked philosophy in chat with her before, so yeah, I know she's very learned.
However, every time she came up and it turned into I got a question time to the panel, it always went way sexual.
Well, let's be honest. That's what men like, right, Chuck? Men like that.
Chuck.
I like conversation.
Poor Chuck, man.
Look, I've been thrown under the bus so many times this week. I feel like Mike.
Yeah. Well, did you hear me say when I thought you were right about I was the bait dog for OTW this week?
Yeah, that's it. And he admitted to it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it was once you sat back and looked at it from my content creator's eye, I was like, holy crap, he just played us all like he is playing chess. And I can't speak for everybody, but I was
You were playing checkers and he was playing chess. Yep.
yeah, I was thinking, oh look, my friend's gonna get to come back to YouTube. Wrong.
He knew exactly what the repercussions were going to be.
And of course, that turned into a whole another situation which I don't want to hash up because I think it's still going on.
It
I'm
seems.
telling you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
No, I was so earlier. I was in Sasquatch, and I think
Uh-huh.
Flo was also in there. And he ended his show, and accidentally I got passed on to OTW. I don't have him saved. I don't have any. I mean, like I said, I don't have anything personal with the guy. I don't know him. That's just me. Just being transparent. And so
You almost got banned for what you said over there at the end.
I mean, I could care less. But you
I
see,
know.
I'm being very frank. I'm being very genuine. So I was like, shout out to Flo and shout out to Sasquatch. And she's like, he just mentioned, he's like, I don't give a shit if you want to
You
shout out
said
to
that? You said that in OTW's chat? That's awesome.
Yes.
I did. I did.
That's funny.
I mean, I'm
He
just
saw
like,
that comment and his eyes lit up.
it's just, I mean, the guy, I think he's missing teeth. If you look out,
I think
all these
I think it was
geezers are
too
going
soon.
after Flo. I mean, I don't know how he has several geezers, like, going after Flo. And so, like, the thing is that I mean, I thought I was gonna get banned, but he's like, you know what? As long as you don't come after me, as long as you don't, I'm like, bro, I don't have anything to come after you. Like, I don't know you, man. I could care less.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he thought you were sent by Flo, is why he was giving you that.
That
treat.
is the thing, though. Like, I think the in the defense mechanism, especially people don't want to take responsibility in their own actions. And I'm not going to go too far with this, guys, but I promise. But I think that people just intend to not take the responsibility of failure. If you fucking fail or something is wrong with you, then perhaps you should question yourself. Don't fucking come up into that. That's just my opinion. They're coming up after Flo. It's like Flo is not here telling me, hey, you know what, Mike 23, if you fucking go to OTW, you know what, me and you were never.
Oh yeah, I heard him say something like that. That
Oh,
he
yeah.
thought that Flo had people coming over to spy on him, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, there are
Exactly.
plenty of us that watch both Flo and OTW, and he's just sitting there shitting all over Flo's audience, and I'm like, that's your audience too. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It
Well,
was way more elaborate.
Exactly. It's just like if you.
It's not
if you
that
don't-
deep.
Exactly. And that's the thing, right? Like he's over here, like if you're from
Right.
Flo, you probably you would be like Flo basically send you over here, and you're being manipulated by Flo. But Flo never even fucking he never even come up with the you know what, if you go to OTW, he could care less. It's just, bro, it's just like a fucking it's you're free to do whatever the fuck you want, right? It's like I don't
Absolutely.
understand that. I personally, if you ask me, I think it's just that he's really has this perception that Flo is more successful. That's just my opinion. And then this is and it's like, okay, I'm gonna do everything possible to reflect that this is why I'm better. And competitive people, successful people only compete with themselves. They don't compete with other people.
Oh, you got
Yes.
some good. You got some good ones,
That's a good
Mike.
line.
I don't
Yeah.
compete with anyone. I mean, I've oh man, I've gotten people who go, oh, so you think you have money? I'm like, oh, okay. I don't need to prove to anyone. I don't like what was it the other day? I was in Flo's channel, and so I what was the dude's name? He's from Australia, and I was like, you know what? And I had an
Rude
small
mud
arguments.
crab. Yeah.
What was that?
Rude mud crab. I remember that guy.
Yeah, I think so. That's his name. I
From
think so.
Australia?
Yeah, but we made out. We basically we end
You
up being
made what?
You made out.
Yeah, we made out.
I caught that too.
No,
Not
well,
trying
but
to
at the
make
end of the
things
show,
sexual.
we actually we was like, hey, and we was like, okay, cool. We end up becoming friends. But the thing is that I was like, you know what? I got $1,000, and I just brought it up, and then and it's like, and then a couple of people were questioning me. Oh, so then the Flo was like, oh, he just dropped off I think it was 300 and something bucks.
Neve's here.
But anyway, to make the long story short,
Oh, hang
I
on.
love
Rude
crab,
Mud Crab
too.
says I did not have sexual relations with that man. We're gonna need to see some receipts.
Neve had questions
You have to show
too.
receipts. Oh god. But anyway, guys, I don't mean to like. I'm not trying to like. I'm a very humble person, by the way. I'm not like one of those people that look at me, I'm better than you. I'm not like that. I'm just saying that is like a couple of people question me. It's like, so if you have $1,000, why are you not dropping it? The reason why I didn't drop it is because the dude didn't have $1,000. I told him, you drop 1,000, I drop 1,000, and that's very simple. I try my best. If I'm gonna, words are very powerful. So if you're gonna say something, fucking own up to it. Like I told Flo, I said, Flo, I'm gonna send you $50. I was really uncomfortable with the fucking Cash App bullshit, but I did it because I told him, and I hope that he keeps his word. Flo, I hope you keep your word. Get the fucking Coronas and the fucking tequila. Sorry.
Mike, I need to talk to you sometime about that.
I mean, hey, that's the purpose of the
yeah.
$50. And I don't care if like money is whatever remaining of that. That's fine.
I dropped my PayPal in back chat for you, Mike.
No, he didn't.
That was a joke. It's a joke. It was a joke.
Chuck, you hearing this because Lindsay brought you up a lot, and people do call you messy Chuck. You're kind of messy. Chuck is the one that will make sure everything keeps going. What is your take on things, and are you surprised by any of this behavior?
I was dumbfounded because the night she went on, was it her and Flo was on Talcott's?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
People started contacting me, asked me if I was watching the show, and at the time I wasn't, so I had to go back and I was trying to catch up on that show while watching Flo's show.
Mm-hmm.
And people were asking me questions. I'm like, God damn, let me get caught up here to figure out what's going on. And it kind of pissed me off that a private conversation was brought into the public forum.
Oh,
Number
now it
number
makes
one.
sense why you keep saying that. I keep thinking, what is he talking about? What private conversation? But I never dawned on me that's the conversation between you and her is the one
Yes.
you're speaking about.
Oh, I didn't understand that either. Okay.
Yeah, well, I was trying to be
discreet.
I just
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want it to make it seem like it was this huge thing, but I just didn't like the
Sensational.
fact. Yeah, I didn't like the fact that someone took a private conversation and brought it to the public forum.
Okay.
Like nudes?
Yeah, but you can hide your nudes.
She brought that.
Sorry.
She brought that herself.
I'm
Yeah,
joking.
she
I
did.
was joking. Yeah.
Oh,
we're just
okay.
joking. Yeah, Chuck, just leave it there. We're just joking.
Okay.
One of the things that she said, and I'm sure you are not the only one, and because you yourself have said it, is that you live in a rural area. This is how you get out. And
Oh, that was the other thing. Yeah, the way she was portraying me as some broke down Appalachian hillbilly bumpkin.
Well, that's what I thought you were.
Wow.
So can you clarify that?
I used
We
to
all
teach.
thought that, Chuck. We all thought that.
Yeah, we thought you lived
I
in
like it.
Tennessee. I'm confused.
I got no idea how I ended up with this voice. I was born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. Somehow I got stuck with this voice. I used to teach college. I have 2 degrees. Yeah, I'm no dummy by any stretch of the imagination. But I guess because of the voice, it throws everybody off.
Right.
That I'm just a bumpkin. And like I said, that really upset me that when private information was being used to try to use against somebody else, regardless if it was Flo or anybody else, I just didn't appreciate it, because I'm a.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do you have a special connection with people? I mean, online, whether it be the host or the chatters?
What do you mean by that? Can you clarify?
Like, I know sometimes there's been phases of my YouTube experience that I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait till Flo comes on later, or I can't wait till this person comes on later. Like, I'm checking their page constantly, just excited to see them, because it really is like I'm gonna hang out with my friends. When I recognized some that may not be the healthiest thing, I made sure to balance it back out with making sure I hang out with my real friends.
Yeah.
You
I
have,
got.
yeah,
Go ahead.
you have mentioned that you live rural. You have a son. In case those who are watching aren't aware, Chuck does have an elderly wife that he takes care of, because Chuck himself is like what, 92.
Yeah.
Right. And he takes care of his wife, and he has an autistic son that he takes care of as well. So
Plus, I've had 10 back surgeries myself.
10?
So,
Wow.
yeah, 10.
Wow.
Well, the last one they got me walking, and I was thankful for that. The pain, I'm still in pain, but I don't bitch about it because I'm thankful to be walking and thankful to be able to take care of my family, because they took care of me for 7 years while I was on my fucking back until they got me walking again. And I don't complain about the pain. It's a constant. There's not a damn thing I can do about it. So what's the use of bitching about it?
Tried smoking pot.
You know, and I'm not looking for a medal or a chest to pin it on. It's just life. It's what life dealt me, and I have to take it and run with it. But yeah, I used to go to a lot of channels, and I scrubbed a lot of them. I'm down to one is flows that on a regular basis that I'm subscribed to. Yours is another one.
Oh, thank you. OTW.
I'm not subscribed to OTW.
Oh.
I unsubscribed when he took the last time I gave him a super chat, because I always gave him money like I did Flo. But the last one I gave him was shortly when he teamed up with Paul. And Paul said, ban him. And OTW said, no problem. So I vowed he'd never get another cent from me, nor a subscription.
Okay.
And that's the way it was. And the only reason I've been back at OTWs this week is because of the crispy crap, because I was looking for answers from her, but she wouldn't answer any of my questions either, nor would OTW. So I washed my hands.
Okay.
Is Paul the albino?
Wait a minute. I see somebody's talking shit.
He's the albino guy.
Alexander, she called him the Albanian at first.
I made that mistake.
Albino, yeah.
Albino. I was like Albanian. What is the corona?
He can't hear anything right now. He
Oh,
just came in here to
the corona and the tequila.
eat his meat on camera.
You got it?
Yeah, he's on.
Oh, he's got it all right.
Are you gonna get it? The tequila and Corona?
He can't. Mike wants to know if you're gonna get the tequila and Corona.
I'm not going to speak for.
Put on my Modelo shirt.
He put on his Modelo shirt.
Oh man, I did you got the 50 right? I think you did.
I didn't get any, Mike. How come?
I think you got the 50. I sent them the 50. I'm not sure. I don't know how. Sorry, I don't know how to fucking Cash App bullshit.
Yeah, I don't have Cash App.
See, so you notice, like, I just want to say something really quick, but you see, that's the problem right there. Even Lindsay has at fault at that. Do you see how, like, everyone is basically joining in the purpose of basically talking shit about Flo? And so, like, that to me, that's another reason why I could
That
justify the fact
that was the whole point of it, Mike.
Yeah.
It's like the last.
It's yeah. It's to create
It was a
content to hate on Flo. It's low hanging fruit, and it creates more viewers, and it's a good business
it was
strategy.
a
But I don't think there was strategy at all involved with this.
it was a week or two ago, and my timing's off. But we were live on Flo's show. I got a message that said, "Hey, talk to Flo and get me unbanned." And I said, "No, I will ask him if he will unban some form of communication, and you can talk to him yourself, because I'm not getting in the middle of this shit." I said, and that's what I did, and I really hated to ask, and I tried to be uh, real easy about it. When I asked Flo, I said, "Someone's trying to get a hold of you. Would you unban them?" And he knew who I was talking about. But he said, "What you want?" I said, "That's for her to ask. I am not getting playing this middleman shit. I've been down that road before, and you get burnt every time."
That's so like high school or middle school or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially with Gen Z and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I actually got along with her, and she was always very sweet to me. And like Mike, I've had good conversations and chat with her. But the thing
Which
is, I
Mike?
noticed Mike 23, like how she yeah, that's funny. Yeah, no, not the other Mike. But the thing that I noticed last summer, I think it was when she freaked out with Cynthia. Do you remember that? Like you said she's gonna freak
Oh
out in a minute.
yeah.
When I saw that, Cynthia thought it was, in her interpretation, planned out. But what I saw standing from the outside, and my suspicions were that she had BPD then, is that she was getting triggered. And so eventually her fight or flight's going to kick in and she's going to act like a spaz and undo everything she was doing. Though I think she was sincere when she was trying to apologize. I think these are
No.
just kind of the dysfunctional coping mechanisms of BPD, like we see around here with a bunch of narcissist men in various channels having NPD, which exhibits a little different. I don't. It's just a little different, but I've handled her since then as such, and she's. I think she even said once she had a therapist or something, and so I try to give that support. But yeah, I get how we are here now. I totally. It makes sense
Oh,
to me.
and
So
Cynthia, that thing I said about private, public going private, whatever.
Uh-huh.
It brought me back to the phone number thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
with
did not
Tarek.
set that did not set well with me at all.
How I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dropping Katie's page right now. She has said that she's gonna started with her show. So let's help her and subscribe to her. Listen, y'all know, as much as I love to talk about my little nemesis, that's really not the point of my show tonight. Is because I want us to understand that as I'm learning, it could possibly be something deeper than just jealousy or insecurity, and how to handle this appropriately. Because although I cannot control, how people treat me and stuff, when I was being attacked by her, I was taking that personally. I didn't understand where that was coming from. But now that I understand it might be something different, I don't want to add burdens onto people, especially if they already have their own personal struggles. And sometimes people don't want to be honest about their struggles. They rather deny it.
That's why I was reserved about saying too much.
I think
I respect that, Chuck.
Yeah, I think it's important to basically. I get where you're coming. It's true, Cynthia. But here's the thing: like, if you don't want to, because there's certain things that people are, they don't want to expose themselves too much. And I respect that. But then also understand, if you don't want to expose, it's like, if you don't want anyone to say anything, don't comment on anything. That's the thing. So let's just say, if I comment on something publicly, then you have to accept people's opinion, and also you have to accept the consequences of that. and that's what it comes with the price that you pay when you put yourself out there. A prime example of that is her showing pictures to Flo, and then she has this, oh, I just did it because my dad. Oh, don't know. Just say, you know what, I did it and I made a mistake. It's okay to say that. We all make mistakes. Sometimes I made mistakes too. It's like we all make mistakes. I betted on the Knicks for 1,500. The other day I betted on 3,000, and I made a fucking mistake believing in this fucking team. And it's like we have to take that accountability, and it's very important to understand that, because we ourselves, we have the ability to decide whether we wanted to do it or not, and that's just simple. And to me, when I hear her, it's more like she's basically trying to justify with making a lie and then have to cover another lie, making it worse for her. And she's digging herself even deeper. And then it's like, as we discover, look at the fuck, like look at the show that we're doing right now. Where basically, I'm actually mesmerized in terms of like how fucking deep the situation is, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It's best that people, like, when they're really triggered by these deep feelings of abandonment and shame that go with BPD, that they count to 10 and just breathe and do a lot of internal self-soothing, which is similar to what you kind of go through with like autism and trying to get people with autism to not react with the fight or flight reflex either, just
That
to
was
sit and
anxiety.
both, all of them. Yeah. But they
like,
all kind of are stemmed
you
with the
just
fight or
diagnosed me
flight.
with borderline personality disorder
No,
and
I don't
autism
think
in
so.
the same sentence?
No, I did not. But they all kind of, they do have similarities. And when you have those, the self-soothing internally, instead of just, going out and then trying to fix it, is not going to help fix it, especially when they exhibit differently in clinical settings. But I think it would have been better if she just chilled and probably didn't come up and give more ammo and just chilled.
Yeah,
Mike, I will give you a piece of advice that happened to me too. You're fairly new to Flow. I was around Flow for a little bit, and all of a sudden I had people contacting me that Flow was shit talking me. And as opposed to bringing it up on a panel, I got with him after a panel and was straight with him because I didn't believe it. So I told him what was being said, and he goes, "What the hell are you talking about?" I said, "That's what I thought exactly." I said, "But somebody started a hate campaign trying to get people to turn against Flo, is what it was." And they'll latch on the new person right off the bat, just like OTW is trying to do with you.
So I also want to share in the panel that like there've been multiple people basically hitting me up on Discord and asking me for a handout and basically saying, "Oh, but you give Flo money." And I've gotten multiple people, and basically I've deleted them, and most of them I even blocked them. And I think that I didn't know how much attention is in terms of this streaming. I'm not really like a social media. I do have like Facebook. I do like have like Instagram, but like I come to the realization like Jesus, like you have a lot. I mean, you have a lot of crazy people.
Oh, in the panel verse, yes.
Yes.
I just don't know how, like, I would even ask Flo the question. I think Flo is very like he's basically in my opinion, I think he's very strong minded. But if you come into this world of streaming and you don't have like you're not strong enough in terms of how can I explain myself? This could drain the fuck out of you. Like, there's a lot of cookies. I call them cookies. A lot of psycho people people that men that are fucking broke. They see a beautiful woman. Example, like in my, lady, for instance, Lady Flo, she looks very beautiful. And so, like, let's say she was streamer, a lot of people were come at her and then and start bashing her, and then fucking, I mean, I seen a lot of streamers that were I'm not going to mention name, but to make the long story short, I think that you have to come with the understanding that if you're going to do this shit, basically there's going to be, unfortunately, there's going to be a price to pay.
Absolutely. You have to have thick skin. You have to be ready for everything to switch in a second. It's
Yeah.
a different world up here. And that's what I keep trying to explain to people. It's not the real world, but it can carry over into the real world if you don't get a control on the metaversal world. And another rule is don't give people access for the exact reasons that Mike is giving right now about what's happening on Discord.
I missed the end of what he said because my son came in the room.
I'm sorry?
I said I missed the end of what he said because my son came in the room.
Oh.
So.
Oh, you talking about me?
Yes, you.
I forgot. Well, I was just saying that it just
You gotta have thick skin, basically, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you have to have a thick skin for the shit. I mean, I don't mind like for instance, I already talked to Flo several times. He looks like my older brother. I already mentioned that to him. But you see,
Funny, he looks like my younger brother. That's hilarious.
yeah, like he's not Italian. He looks Italian. Anyway, but the thing is, for him, like, let's say he was like, what, Mike, man, like, let's do something or a collab. I don't mind that. But for me to actually do this business, for me, I wouldn't do it. I can't. To me, it's just like, I don't know. I don't tolerate bullshit. And you kind of sometimes you have to kind of swallow it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just sometimes you have to kind of like roll with it and play with it. I don't have the balls for that. Like, I give it to you, Cynthia. Like, you guys, like you guys are amazing. I can't do it. You know what I mean? Flo, respect. I cannot do it. It's just, to me, I can't like bullshit. I don't like to
but Mike, like when you're talking about people hitting you up in Discord and wanting money, it is kind of skeezy. But let's be honest here. One of the main reasons I'm going to guess that you do give so much to Flo is because you see him as a talented entertainer.
Yeah, so I see him as a talented entertainer. He reminds me of my brother. And also
good thinker.
I think it's deeper than entertainment. I think with Mike.
Well,
it's connections.
Yeah. And connections, but you see, but the thing is, at the end of the day, it's business. I never came to Flo. It's like, hey, because you are my brother. I mean, I told him you're my brother, but at the end of the day, it's business. I think we have to understand that he's also providing a service. I see it that way. I think that even Cynthia, when she's providing her services, people see, that's the thing. Like, if you, everyone, we all have our bills to pay. We all have our shit to go. We have our personal lives, and these are people, and a lot of people will go into Flo's, Flo's channel, and they're entertained, but then yet they don't contribute, or they don't consider the fact that this guy has been fucking staying up like for 12 or 13 hours. See, that's the thing. I hope you guys understand me, but that's the difference between having a poverty mindset and having. See, that's the thing. The results of everything.
That when people start going off about was it like Illuma Tommy saying this is a free service? As I was like, I guess if you decide you want to give it away for free, you want to spend 13 hours a day streaming and then also make, the clips, the videos. That takes a lot more time than go make a short sometime and tell me how long it takes you.
Exactly. So when you have like people, and don't get me wrong, I love free shit. I do love free shit. It's not that. But when you have this mindset of being cheap, so everything in life is what you give. It's in the giving, and that's what you shall receive. And so when you have this, so a lot of people complain, and a lot of people even come to me like, "Oh, but you give the flow. This is why you're broke. This is the mentality, because you're always expecting the least, and your vibration is very low. Your vibration is fucking very low, and this is why you shall continue being broke." I'm not saying
That's very true. That's very true about finances, money, how the market works. I think you reward good work, and then the people that don't produce as well, expecting and having that sense of entitlement, it's bizarre. And that's I've Cynthia knows, but like I think it was about 6 months, 8 months ago, I told her, I'm like, you know what? I could really see you doing really well for your channel with collaborating, and now you're with Yolanda, and I really like this mojo that you've got going on and the dialogue that comes from it. I feel like, I listened to one at the gym on Friday. I think it was your triggers episode from 3 weeks ago. Yeah. And I felt like I just got so much illumination. So it's like what Mike is saying. I think the market rewards that kind of authenticity or sincerity or intelligence and good work, and whatever it is. But yeah, I mean, and I love that Katie's now starting her own channel too.
Yeah.
I definitely think it's having these conversations in these moments, like Mike is saying, pay. I can't tell you, pay our content creators. I can't tell you the last time I turned on my TV. I think it's been over a month now, because I can tune into whether I'm watching a panel, whether I'm watching another content creator who puts out monologue stories. Like, this is what we invest in, and we all have a Netflix, a Hulu, a Prime account, and we pay for that. So why wouldn't I want to pay for these content creators that I invest in watching as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of I don't know, but I think that the super chat wars and stuff like that, those are great. But guys, y'all need to like join the memberships. Those really help out the host as well too, and it means something.
I do have to admit, like Flo, and I don't think he gives a fuck. I don't like. Oh, I just have a membership. I don't like. I haven't had like I do. Obviously, I am subscribed to his channel, but I haven't done the membership. But I don't think he cares. Why he doesn't care? It's not. So, when I contribute in terms of like, let's say super chat. The other day, I found out a couple of things. With the especially with the Apple, they charge like I think like 30% or 40.
An extra 30, yeah.
An extra 30. That to me was disappointing, and so I tried to do it through the computer.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It doesn't even make any sense to me why they would be how.
Yeah. So to me, I was more like trying to log into my computer, making sure, even though it is Apple, it's a Mac Pro. I try to do the Chrome. So because
it's supposed to just be the I think
that's sweet, Aussie. Sorry.
The app.
Yeah, the app on the phone.
Yeah, it's the app. I was doing it through my phone. Sometimes I'm late, or I come from an event, or I'm like, coming home tired, and I see Flo, and then I was like, you know what? Let me. And I thought I'm, or sometimes I don't. So it doesn't happen every day, but it's like. Even with the Lindsay, when she was saying no, the more she kept saying no, the more I kept doing it. No, I just kept.
I didn't know what you were talking about there for a minute.
Yeah, she's like, And she's like, no, but I thought she was joking. Honestly, I didn't know that she was serious.
It had nothing to do with you, Mike. I firmly believe it had nothing to do with
Oh
you.
yeah, it was just she was hurt because of Flo, and basically it's like, Flo's penis. Like, why no? I'm sorry, Mrs. Flo. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, it could have a little to do with Mike because of the Mimi situation last summer, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
hard to tell. You can't. No one's God. We don't live inside her head. You know what I
That
mean?
is true. Who knows
But
what she's thinking?
yeah, there's no telling, especially with her father dying too. So that could definitely trigger a lot of abandonment fears. So
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
know.
it had probably more to do with whatever is going on in her life. I mean, I know that Mike thought she was joking, but I know that like I could see that she was starting to spiral there in the chat and
Yeah.
Snow, and it was like,
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Well,
stop this.
Snow's the sweetest too. I'm like, when Snow
Yeah.
actually kicks someone out, I'm like, what? But I wasn't there that night. I missed it. Sorry. I saw OTWs in your chat too.
I know. I was about to try to point it out, and shout out to OTW. And as we're out here,
OTW.
as we sit here and we talk about supporting content creators, I would consider myself a content creator. I would consider OTW an artist, and I'm say that in the sense of his music, of his art, of his the way he does his thumbnails, of incorporating his face into these characters, these mainstream movie characters. Katie just mentioned, try making a short and see how long it takes. Look at all of the work that OTW even puts into his own production, and people undervalue that. But a lot of people are like, oh, we're watching OTW versus Flo, and we're seeing OTW become very upset. And he keeps saying, but you offended my art. All artists are very sensitive about their art. And it's just how, it's just how they are. It's just how, and you need to understand that you have some artists here that walk amongst us.
So what?
I'm that sensitive.
What did you say,
I'm
Chuck?
so self-critical about my art.
I said, so what?
You're not an artist, Chuck. You don't get it. You're a caregiver.
Or at least my
I'm a realist.
I don't exactly have the answers to. I'm not a fucking guru. All I'm saying is that if I'm more focused in my ideas of what I love, you have to present yourself, put yourself more focused into the things that you are, and then the things that you love, instead of focusing into what the other person is doing. No, I'm just saying this because I see that a lot of channels, they focus into the other person and they're criticizing the other person, but then they want to do the business and then they want things to be progressive. You see, that is not the results, because then if you continue on, what it is that you're derailing the possibility of being progressive and the ideas that makes you who you are. So if it makes sense. So let's say, for instance, me, I have my businesses. I'm more focused into my business. I don't care what the outside world is. I don't let the outside world control my thoughts. And I see that when I go to other channels, immediately people get offended. And it's like even you, Cynthia, when you were speaking truth, instead of listening to you, what they were doing is closing you out because they don't want to listen. That is not the way to do it. The way to do it is to basically accept the reality of what it is and understand it, and then also acknowledge what exactly it is required in order for you to progressively do your business. I hope that makes sense. I hope
does.
so, because people.
It sounds like life is your art. You are an artist. It's just a different form that it's your life that's your art.
But you see how the results is what matters. At the end of the day is the fucking results. The thing is that me, I mean, with all like due respect, I could go anywhere in the world. I'm not trying to, I hope that I'm being
Apparently you can go to Fiji.
Yes,
that's cool.
And I am planning on doing that. See,
That's awesome.
You see, the thing is, it's just that The results is what matters. And so if you want results in life, because every time I say this, you don't get what you want in life, you get who you are. The results is what speaks for itself. So if you want results, and you perhaps if you're not getting the results that you want, it's because something you're doing, and it's fucking doing it wrong. See, I say this all the time. We live in the greatest country in the world. A lot of people might say no, but you have the opportunity, and you are yourself.
Like Flo Stay said, if it fucking benefits me, I'll fucking stab you in the back.
Ah, shit.
Hey, Flo.
Hey.
Flo,
sorry.
what's up?
What up?
I hope that you got the Coronas and the.
I hope that you got the Cash App back.
Did you? You send it back?
Yeah, the closest open liquor store is 30 miles away.
Oh no, man! You didn't need to send it back, bro.
Well,
No,
I did it now. You can do with it what you want.
What's up, girlfriend?
I didn't. Let me see. Oh yeah, you
Coming
did
up,
send it
OTW?
back.
Huh?
Oh fuck! I'm sorry, Flo, but you didn't
Why?
need to send it back, man.
It's all right. We'll drink again another night. I'm from Missouri, so now that we live on the Kansas side, where the liquor laws are all stupid, and I don't really hardly drink anymore. So I don't know. I guess I'm on
Probably
Missouri
could
time.
have gotten some from the gas station. Well, that's still.
Well, I looked
Oh
up.
my god!
Yeah.
I hope I didn't put you in the spot though, Flo. I just did it out of love, man.
Yeah, I got you.
Like Flo Stay
Mike's
said,
awesome.
if it fucking benefits me, I'll fucking stab you in the back.
Yeah. Don't worry, OTW. I got this loaded up on the soundboard. People will remember it when they see you. They're
Can you
gonna
play
think
that
of this.
again? I didn't hear it. Can you play it again?
Benefits me, I'll fucking stab you in the back.
You know, they got these
Okay.
teddy bears that you can like program, like "Mommy loves you,"
And like build a bear.
yeah, and
Oh my
then you can like put it in there, like.
You need a bear with
I can
OTW.
see you making a build a bear with that clip, and then take it.
That's funny.
If it fucking benefits me, I'll fucking stab you in the back.
Like I can see
We
that.
need that bear.
I just want to
But
say
you-
something really quick, so that way anyone that is a fucking hater to Flo. So and then like, oh, you see how he took advantage and make tea. You see how like I sent him $50, he sent it to me back. See, he could have been. You know what? It could have been like between me and him, but he actually sent it to me back. So all this like fucking bullshit that anyone's creating, and then Flo is manipulating. That's all bullshit.
This would be a really good learning opportunity. See, this is how you could have handled the painting that I don't think you sold.
Hey,
Oh boy!
let's not. I want to give a big shout out to Cynthia. I'm going to talk over the thing.
Okay, I'm done.
Thank you. I was really impressed, Cynthia, with how you handled yourself when you were up on panel with Lindsay, knowing all of your history and how calm and in control of yourself and not at all baited or triggered with that. I was
Agree.
highly impressed.
Same.
That was
Thank you. Well, I don't know, man. I can't. She's broken. She's broken. You know what I mean? And
That's what I mean.
I don't understand what to do with broken people. And I'm not saying broken to be hateful or hurtful,
No.
but it does, like the things that she says and the things that she does, it can be hurtful. And I think she does other things to people behind stage, and water
like
about
Chuck.
me.
Yeah.
About me, and she doesn't take ownership of that, and part of me sees that as manipulation and conniving, and that's totally what I don't like. But when I'm able to step out of it, I can see something deeper is in she might be broken, and especially since I found out she was 53 years old until she shows a receipt that she's not. She is in my book. You know, I thought this, like, you can't be this age and act in that way. So I hope she takes this opportunity to realize she might need to see somebody.
None of these people are going to learn anything new. They're in their 50s.
Oh,
That's not true.
Wait a minute, you're teaching me stuff, Flo.
Grandma Moses never
Yeah,
even
but
painted
you're
her
you.
first paint until she was in her 80s.
Yeah, Chuck,
That's
you've got a
not
lot
true.
more limber mind than they do.
I
You
can't
haven't
go with an
spent 50, I
open.
mean, you spent like probably 30 years developing bad mental habits, but you didn't spend your entire lifetime locked into them.
True.
When you
True.
find a broken person, it's
Yeah.
not, I mean, but
Part them out.
like with Lindsay, is she, I mean, a lot of people are broken. Everybody has issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all have our issues.
Is
No one's perfect. I don't
she's
even know
going to
what
cause
normal is.
damage in your life? Is she worth having around? No.
I guess it
Not in mine.
depends. Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on where
In
you're
someone
coming from.
else, yeah, in someone
Yeah.
else's, like she probably needs a friend.
Well,
Somebody.
everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs a friend. I mean,
Derek.
everybody does,
Oh
right?
yeah,
He's got
Tarek. I
Derek.
forgot.
Derek's
He's
the
got Tarek.
nicest guy. He
And
was
I'm
there for her.
Uncle Fatty will probably swoop in if needed.
Daddy.
Okay.
Listen,
Oh
I
my
don't mind
Uncle
calling you
Fatty.
daddy because I'm a girl, but what do you got going on down here? Like, just calm down with
What?
in the
Who you
comments.
calling daddy?
His
Oh
name is
my.
Daddy.
That's his login
Oh.
name is Daddy. Yeah.
Oh. What the hell she doing? Who's she calling daddy?
Hi, Becca.
Just calm down, Daddy.
I'm already feeling
That
calmer.
does sound funny.
I know. Well, everybody else calls him D Addy. The men call him that, but I can call him Daddy. No big deal.
Got something to do with Adderall? D Addy?
Oh my gosh.
What do you, whoa, Chuck.
That was real clever.
Chuck, you've been hanging out with me too much.
Yep. I told you you rub off on me.
So
Oh.
I asked earlier at OTWs, I'm gonna ask you the same thing. The battle y'all have going on is sharpening iron. Are you being sharpened
Yep.
by this battle with OTW?
Me?
Yes.
I don't know.
Nope.
That I guess Carrie, am I being sharpened?
A little.
A little?
A little, I think so, because I think, you're not used to people battling you that you're actually probably supposed to be mentoring you see him maybe as enemy territory, but I don't know. I think he's supposed to be learning from you because he even said that he's supposed to take your game and try that one on himself. So I think you can coach him, but maybe not as a friendly coach. I don't know. It's
I have no interest in anything positive for him.
I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
What?
I'd rather shatter him to pieces.
Do you are already coaching him? He has this week's behind the paywall at the $100.
He was
Damn.
Yeah.
So he's got $100 membership level. Well, it's free on mine. It's still public on mine, the shit that I did. And I've downloaded some of his shit. So
Yeah, but a lot of yours is behind a paywall.
a lot of mine is. He was doing the paywall thing before I was, though.
You're lucky to have such a worthy opponent. You're blessed to have
Me?
a worthy opponent. Yeah,
Whoa.
Oh,
He's not a worthy opponent.
Is he a worthy opponent though?
No.
No. There's about 6 unworthy opponents going on.
Who's a worthy opponent then?
I don't know. Give me Tommy or Paul or somebody. At least all they can like stand in their square.
Oh wow.
Don't sound like don't freak the fuck out and lose their mind.
And not,
I mean, they do, but just in a different way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How did you get another hater on here, OTW? Jeez. Wait, this is interesting. Well, I find him to be, I mean, I don't know.
Well, when you show your ass, people take note.
I'm just not sure that have you watched much of my stuff? Because like I've spent most of yesterday just like catching W after W.
I
and
didn't watch
he refuses to take anything but the most overt L, right? Like he can't see. I'll be like, I was talking to Carrie. Yeah, I was like, here's a landmine. Don't step on it, and then he'll blow up. I'll do it again. Be like, here's a landmine. Don't step on it. He'll step on it.
Yep.
Well,
And I liked OTW from the beginning before he got tangled up with Paul.
Okay,
But
do you
ever
like
since-
him better now or with Paul?
Oh, without Paul.
So he's doing better now?
Well,
I'm indifferent.
Not much.
I think he needs to go back to Paul. He's clearly a codependent beta male.
No.
That's where he's most comfortable up under another man's nutsack.
Yes,
and
I
don't
agree
want
with
him.
that.
I don't know who wants him besides Paul. So go back to Paul. Prodigal son.
No. No. OTW, don't go back to Paul. Don't go.
I know.
Yeah, don't go.
Don't do it, OTW.
There's a
Nobody,
case
nobody
where
else will ever love you like Paul did.
there's a case where he needs a daddy. That's someone that needs a daddy.
No, OTW just needs to go with.
Paul.
At least from what I've seen, I haven't actually seen a lot of stuff that's going on between Dusty and him. I've seen some of it. But from what I've seen in the past, without Paul, a lot of times I think he needs to go with his first instinct. Then he questions himself. Then he asks the panel, and then he goes against it.
Yep.
So confidence.
Yeah, that's true.
He needs
Confidence in your
confidence.
He's in his 50s. It's too late.
Albanian kid is
Don't
in his
believe that,
50s?
Debbie
OTW.
Downer.
Don't believe that, OTW.
Wait, Paul is in his 50s?
He's in it. No.
OTW.
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 He's in his 50s and he can't stand up to an internet bully.
was like
He's
65.
fucked.
But the internet bully.
missing
Who's the
teeth,
internet
by the
bully?
way.
Do you know how you get rid of an internet bully?
Whoa.
Who is the internet bully?
Oh, Paul. He couldn't stand up to Paul.
Paul.
Oh.
Yeah.
OTW is missing teeth.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he is learning to stand up to himself. He did eventually stand up to Paul, and he's standing up to me, kind of.
That's what he's trying to do.
Brave thing to do.
All right. Well, good job. Good job. You should have done this 30 years ago, 35 years ago.
No, he was asking who's this cohort Vision? Max.
Oh yeah,
Max
Max Vision or something.
Yeah, he was throwing questions to him to get validation on if what he was doing was right.
And was Max encouraging him to?
Uh-huh.
So is Max a friend trying to be supportive or an enemy wanting to watch him get shredded?
Very good
I don't
question.
know.
Very good question.
Interesting.
That is a good question.
Well,
I missed the question.
I
Why are
definitely
you gay?
Is Max a friend or a foe?
Why are you gay?
I'm liking
Wait a
the
minute.
back and forth
Oh yeah, there's Chuck.
between you two. It's interesting. It's interesting to watch y'all style of fight. It's interesting to see what y'all attack. It's interesting to see what flaws y'all admit to as well.
Well, what about being used as a bait trap there, Cynthia?
See, Chuck,
Man,
you got
did
it
that
wrong.
shit so fucking clever. I can't even be mad at that shit.
I bet you
Let me tell you how he did it, okay? Let me
Uh-huh.
tell you how he did it, right? It's Monday. Monday's my doing laundry day because I hate it. And so I'm doing laundry, and somebody's like, "Hey, Flow State made you OTW made you a thumbnail today. What's that about?" I was like, finally, because he be making people look amazing in their thumbnails, right? And I was like, I can't. Am I going to be a supermodel? I mean, what did he make me? And he had me a nun. I was like, well, that's interesting. Right?
That is interesting.
So I thought that's kind of weird at a protest. All right. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be, but why not? So I go over there because obviously I'm on the picture. So in my head, I'm like, oh, he wants me over there, right? Because as a content creator, you understand the signals. Come help me create content. So I was like, all right, cool. Then we get there and he's like, oh, hey, Cynthia, good to see you here. You know who I wish was here? Cynthia and Crispy. Maybe we should get together and maybe co-host a show together. And I was like, oh, that sounds fun. And as Flo has said to many people, I still talk to Crispy on the back end. Crispy misses it, just like Lindsay says she enjoyed talking to people over here. And I was like, I'll call Crispy and I'll be like, yo, Crispy, come on over here. OTW wants you to come over. Come on over here. I'm going to be there. Let's go on the stage together. It's going to be great. And it's been going on from there. So I was a bait dog in the sense I got Crispy there. And that is the confrontation that has set this whole week on fire.
I'm not buying it. See, everyone thinks Cynthia's playing checkers, but the reality is, look how many people are on her panel now.
No, I know
She's
better
a
than.
chess master.
Yeah, she's
No.
You
No, I move
you
off
know
of
better.
instinct. I definitely move off of instinct. And it was just like
That's good instinct.
He laid the foundation out to like, come to my panel, go get Crispy. Am I realizing what he's doing? No, but I'm like, hey, I got an opportunity to kick it with Crispy on a panel. This is gonna be great. And he had Paul up there, then he had Flo up there, and it turned into a great show that he created. That everybody, ortho guys, were eating off of it. And y'all, nobody's talking about the fight between Snaps and Hank and Flo. You know how Hank goes all swirly after like 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
He was like 10 times that in broad daylight.
I think
And nobody's
I'm gonna have to
talking
look
about-
at it.
Yeah, nobody's talking about that little interaction. And then the next day, it turned into the Lindsay and Flo, or everything
Well,
that it turned into.
I think
Yes.
Paul messed up the interaction that we could have had.
I don't think so. I thought it was interesting. No, I don't think so. I don't think so because he substituted in. There would not have been an interaction with Crispy.
Yeah, because she didn't answer a single question I gave her.
Right.
And they were
She locks up.
softballs.
So if Paul wasn't there, it just would have been nothing. There would have been no, Crispy would have left
Well,
faster.
OTW couldn't even answer my question when he wanted to battle me when I gave him a simple one.
What was
How
your
come
question?
Yeah, what was your question?
I told him, I said, from the start, me and Shively was his biggest contributor.
Go. Sorry.
And I says, but when Paul said, throw him out, you throw him out. I said, what's the excuse there? Dead silent. Not a word from him. He would not answer it on why he let Paul completely take over. That's why I said he'll never get another dollar from me.
Same. Yeah. Shively definitely, I believe, works for Paul. He is the one who paid $2 to kick me out for an hour and gutted the content. His loyalty is to Paul over OTW, and Paul has an interest in OTW. Either remaining subservient or failing.
Well, you've seen that little play Paul did too. That you had those 2 or 3 shows with Jack where you guys were in the hotel room.
Oh yeah.
And the very next stream Jack did, guess who shows up all lovey-dovey to Jack's? Paul. Being nice and calm and loving. And I thought,
wow.
That's only because he saw Flo with Jack.
Yes. Yes. Did we decide anything groundbreaking? Yes.
Groundbreaking.
From the interaction with Paul?
Oh, Miss Margot. No, just in this panel, I think, the show.
Oh.
Yeah, the show. Flo,
Oh.
you need to go to law school.
You mean about Lindsay or Katie?
What?
I don't want to go back to school.
I said, were you talking about a breakthrough or any groundbreaking with Lindsay or with Katie or with the situation?
Me?
It seems chill as yeah, it seems chill. Seems eye-opening, and it seems, it's very rational approach.
Was Crispy on OTWs tonight? I didn't know. That's the second person I've heard say
Yeah,
that.
she was. I didn't say anything because fuck her.
No
No,
thanks. I'll pass.
you're on my list to come hit this stage, crew, as soon as you're better. And nobody's saying
Oh, not this guy.
nobody's saying
Oh,
nothing bad about snaps.
You've got
I
to be
didn't.
fucking kidding me. You
I
see,
didn't say anything
this is
bad.
this is that chess game. She's trying to bait me into saying something bad.
No,
Like,
listen, I have a theory about snafu snaps, and
Oh
y'all
my
don't want
God.
to hear it. Y'all don't
what?
want to hear it. Okay.
That he
How long before
got in a
you're
vehicular homicide?
Okay, so as we all know that there are moments in time where snaps is like and he's out of control. And then here lately, he has been very, very rational and easier to communicate with. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I'm definitely saying it's a major
Wow.
improvement. And what I've noticed is he's in the hospital getting care for wound treatment. And if wound treatment isn't taken care of, it might affect or once alter their mental state. Now that I've seen it and I've kind of made this correlation, I look at him differently. Like he's not, I just look at him differently.
Girl, you've gotten so zen.
See, thank you, girl. But it's truly how I see it, and that's how I'm not telling anybody else to see it that way with me. I'm just saying that's how I interpret from this week alone. This has been a very eye-opening week, wheat and tear.
That's awesome. I mean, I've never seen him before like this week. I've
Mhm.
seen like clips of him, but I thought he was kind of spastic, so I'm scared of what he used to be.
Oh, you thought
Was
he was spastic? Oh wow, he was pretty calm. Very
calm. Maybe it wasn't on the, I don't know that you were on the panel with him at that time, but I'm thinking I was like he was like throwing Hank under the bus and all kinds of
What?
other crazies. Yeah, he was throwing Hank under the bus about something.
Yeah. I don't think-
PDF.
Well, everybody.
Oh, everybody's a
everybody. I mean, you're PDF supporter.
Really? Oh my gosh.
You're up here with Flo, with Chuck, with Mike, with Katie. With
Yeah,
Oh
because I hang out with Flo. I'm a PDF supporter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look at Crew down there trying to drum up fake DV charges or
I'm not even
accusations.
addressing it.
I saw that. I saw that.
I'm not
So-
even addressing it.
That's defamation per se, Matthew Sims.
Oh,
If anybody cared enough, they could sue you right now, just off that.
Alright. Yeah, you are because
Yeah, that's not
your
smart.
night is your only special night, and I didn't want you to come up here and try to steal their spotlight. But I know that Flow State's got a show coming up here shortly, and we all love Flow State's Flow.
Are you coming live, Flo?
I've got.
Mike.
See, Matthew
It's okay.
Sims.
We didn't want to take a break. I get it.
Look,
going.
I could file a lawsuit against Matthew,
Crew.
and that would be
Oh,
good. That
stop.
would be good content, wouldn't it?
Stop, Crew. All
That
right.
would be awesome.
That'd be great content. Do you know how many people would be thrilled?
Oh my god.
Can't put that out there.
I mean, didn't what's his face already?
Snafu, I might actually do that. That's probably worth the money. I can probably grift money, and people
gonna
will
do
pay
it?
for it for me.
You're going to do it in federal court. I'll drive out there and cover it.
Hey, that's
My only concern would be: is Snafu's autoimmune disease going to eat him alive first?
Stop it. Okay, he had to go do something. It's going to take him about 5 minutes, so nobody else pay attention to Snafu Snaps. Except, yes, Uncle Ojo, they are Crew and Snaps are one and the same. Flo, what's your show about tonight?
Autoimmune disorders mostly.
I can hardly wait to hear it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to learn more about it.
Yeah, it turns out that if you're hateful enough, like that, your own body attacks itself, and you just eat yourself alive, and you deserve it because it's your karma.
Yep, that's what happens.
Wow. So I'm gonna put a link in the chat for everybody to come on over. I don't think I can do the raid or whatever yet, but I'm gonna put the link.
No,
in
he
the-
goes by crew.
Yeah.
Are you shutting down now?
Yeah, I'm
What
about to
time?
shut down, and
Okay.
because
And
my
then-
security team needs to go out.
What time you going
Alright.
up, Flo?
I've got it
Security
scheduled
team.
for what time is it? For 6 minutes from now. So I'm gonna go. I'll just go over and fire it up.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Flo, for
Thanks
coming
for
up.
having me up.
Flo,
Bye. Thank you for having me.
Are you
Salute to the chat.
Oh.
Okay. You're leaving? All right, he left.
Yeah.
Bye. Thanks, Cynthia.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
Ash, for good coming up. I appreciate you.
Okay,
Cheers,
Miss
take
Flo,
care.
you're leaving? All right.
hmm Chuck, you have any last words?
Everybody try to be good to one another. Life's too
Mm.
short.
That is
Indeed.
true.
I like it,
All
Chuck.
right.
Thank you.
Catch you later. Thank you.
All right. Thank you,
Mike,
chat.
you have any last words before you leave?
Oh no, my last words is basically thank you for the opportunity. I had a good time with you. You know, and you know, basically thank you for keeping it real.
Thank you.
I mean, you know, it's just it's very simplistic. People create their own problems, and that's just what it is. If you have your problems, is because you created it. That's my point. That's it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Katie, finally
Last
you got to come up
words.
and have a get some things off of your chest. See what it's like to sit on crazy
It's
ass
been
panel.
fun.
Have you had fun?
Yeah, I think it's been fun. It's not that it's not that bad. Now when I'm sitting in your seat having to control the whole thing, that'll be different. Like the empty space there. I guess I'll just have to get used to that. I'll have to have some prep because I have especially at first, otherwise, or notes or something. Otherwise, my mind will probably just go blank.
I definitely do a practice. My dogs hear my speech first.
Okay, that's a good idea.
So, well, I'm glad that we had this opportunity to talk and just for you to share your thoughts, opinions, views, and how you felt on it. And just finally, we got to hear a chance from you because even though she can sit up here and she can say these things about Flo, it affects more than one person. So thank you so much for coming up.
Yep.
Do you have any last words you want to say?
Do I have last words? I guess it's a bummer to be Lindsay.
All right. Thank you, Katie.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Alrighty, guys. So wow. What a night, right? What a night that was. We finally got to hear from Katie. What's it like being Mrs. Flow State, the one and only everybody wants Flow, right? We discussed that maybe I had Lindsay wrong. Maybe she wasn't being manipulative, conniving, and insecure. And maybe she does have something that I just don't understand. It doesn't make what she's done and what she said to me personally any less hurtful. It does, however, make me look at it from a different point of view. And that's what I do want to get from whether it be on my show with Yolanda or whether it be a show on my own. It's just the ability to conversation and see things differently. They're not perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. But at least we're all trying and we're still just trying to navigate through this world called life. Before we head out, I got a couple little clips for us to watch. First and foremost, since we have been talking about these issues, if you find yourself in a state of manic or you don't know what to say or you're feeling alone and you just need someone to vent to,
help is always available. We want to show this number now on your screen. It's simple, 988. That is the National Crisis and Suicide Lifeline. It is available 24/7, 365 days a year. Again, all you have to do is dial 988 if you or someone you know is in crisis.
Absolutely. And that is anywhere in the United States of America. And finally, guys, I'm going to have us a clip tonight. We're going to go out on the late